Since you resist the present specimen, you now have a selection. Each of the two new specimens has qualities in her favor. You will find it an effective combination.
Don't, please, don't punish me! I'm dying! Help!
You overlook the unpleasant alternative of punishment.
The Enterprise encounters an unknown force.
Who are you?
I am Zargon.
With a dying request.
We require your bodies so that we may live again.
Is that a demand?
The choice is yours.
Now,
There is potential danger in this.
Risk is our business.
with this ultimate sacrifice, there may be no
It won't work.
going
You've got to get out before you kill him.
back.
He's dead.
Star Trek.
Escape is quite impossible.
The captain abducted.
You are to be trained and spend the rest of your lives here.
The Enterprise held hostage.
None of your control systems will operate.
And the stakes couldn't be higher.
Stop it!
If you lose, Captain, your alternative is death.
Star Trek.
You're killing her!
Captain's log, stardate 1329.1. The Enterprise brings aboard the survivors of an ill-fated vessel.
Hello.
And the ladies? Is this your crew, Captain?
This is me cargo.
I read once a commander has to act like a paragon of virtue. I never met a paragon.
Neither have I. Mr. Walsh, I'm convening a ship's hearing on your actions. Mr. Spock will supply you with any legal information you may need.
You're a hard-nosed one, Captain.
And you're a liar, Mr. Walsh.
Take the ones that you'll get killed.
Just have those crystals here when I get back.
The Enterprise visits an evolving society with a shocking view of Earth's past.
Nation-state called Nazi Germany.
Now, to stop a war,
Take his uniform.
they must topple a leader
This is the time of destiny.
to keep history from repeating.
You propose we pass ourselves off as Nazis, Captain?
You've got to tell those people what happened.
Now we've finished the job.
Star Trek.
I've lost a man. I want to know what killed him.
It hides among them.
You have an intruder aboard. You can assume any shape. Crewman, you, myself, anyone.
Do I know you?
It deceives.
Simply using its natural ability to take other forms.
Can you recognize this thing when you see it?
It could be anyone.
The creature. It kills.
Are you insane?
Come on.
Star Trek.
It's killing the captain.
Lord, forgive me.
Before Kirk, there was another captain of the Enterprise.
My name is Christopher Pike, commander of the Space Vehicle Enterprise.
Witnessed the first voyage
Mr. Spock here.
and relived a mission
Let me please you.
that launched the entire Trek universe.
Try anything at all, I'll break your neck.
Your ship will destroy it.
Star Trek. Earth's violent past.
Put your hands over your head.
He's back with a vengeance.
What's the matter? You guys never saw a hit before?
Now, to make it back, the crew of the Enterprise will have to play gangster.
I gotta make some hits. I want you to help me hit them.
Or the hit
Nobody's gonna put the bag on me anymore.
will be on them.
We're taking over the whole planet.
You think that's wise, sir?
And you cooperate with us, maybe we'll cut you in for a piece of the action.
Very small piece.
Star Trek. A young stranger.
Welcome aboard.
With the ability to do anything.
I won't let them hurt me.
They won't hurt you, Charlie.
Now, Kirk must take on a boy.
You've got my ship and I want it back.
It's my game, Captain. You said that's how the game's played.
Who has the power of a god.
What is it you want, anyway?
You
Leave my crew alone.
try to hurt me again, I'll make a lot of people go away.
Star Trek.
Captain's log, stardate 2126.1. We are weaponless and powerless, unwilling guests of the creature who calls himself Trelane.
I must say, they make a perfectly exquisite display pair.
I object to you. I object to intellect without discipline.
Mr. Spock, you do have one saving grace after all. You're ill-mannered.
You will hang by the neck until you are dead.
I want you to leave my crewmen alone. I want you to leave my crew women alone, too. Are you ready?
As the one challenged, I claim the first shot.
Earth believes the Romulans to be warlike, treacherous.
Faced with a ruthless enemy.
Weakness is something we dare not show.
The fate of humanity is in his hands.
All weapons to full power.
Do you want a galactic war on your conscience?
A 1-hour event.
What if I'm wrong?
When he attacks, we will destroy him.
Relaunching a classic.
Phasers, fire!
Star Trek, the original, remastered.
Life support. Was he dead? Jim. Come on, Bones, what's the mystery? His brain is gone. What have you done with Spock's brain?
Brain and brain! What is brain?
This fellow is keeping us from our property.
Go away. You must not take the controller away. We will all die.
Nerves, there are a million of them. What am I supposed to do? I can't remember. He's dying and I can't stop it.
It's a ritual shrouded in mystery.
Spock, I await you.
When a Vulcan must find a mate.
We are driven to return home and take a wife.
Or die.
We've got to get Spock to Vulcan.
But a shocking turn.
You will have to fight for her.
Pits Spock.
I make my choice. This one.
Against Kirk.
Spock! No!
Star Trek.
It gives immortality.
I was 87 years old when I came here.
That's impossible. You died 150 years ago. But the price is freedom.
We were virtually hijacked in space and brought here.
Do you intend to destroy it?
I'll do anything I have to save all of our lives.
Star Trek. Stop it! You're killing them!
A mysterious intruder attacks Spock.
His body lives,
but there is no mind.
Now, a desperate search.
What have you done with Spock's brain?
Brain and brain! What is brain?
Before time.
Freezer is set to kill.
Runs out.
You must put back what you have taken.
The need of my people is greater than your need for your friend.
If you don't find it in 24 hours,
Spock will die.
Star Trek. He is their most feared enemy.
An improved breed of human.
Evil beyond imagination.
Your captain will die. I will take this ship.
Witness the wrath of Khan.
You left at the very time mankind needed courage.
We offered the world order.
It's the episode that spawned one of Trek's greatest legends.
Each of you will die.
Ricardo Montalban.
The captain is dead.
Star Trek.
In the name of heaven, where are we?
The crew encounters its most ruthless enemy ever.
Tally-ho!
Now held hostage by this mischievous madman.
Who is this maniac?
And hello, everybody. What has happened to this layout? That's very strange. Okay. Kev, I do one thing, and everything breaks. That's really strange. Okay, anyway, hello, everybody. We're here with a very special presentation. I'm humbled beyond words that you gentlemen are actually going to give up your good time to indulge in one of my strange niche fantasies, and that is watching the motion picture. How are we feeling?
A little anxious. It's been about 10 years since I've seen it when I got my DVD box set and watched it with a commentary. So the commentary helped fill in what I think I remember as very large gaps in action. So we'll see. They did a great job talking over the wormhole scene and the space porn scene. We'll see. We'll see if it picks up after that.
I like how you say the space porn scenes if there aren't multiple.
Yeah, this is kind of, so I kind of feel like I have to explain myself. So we got hey Dan. I was just gonna shout at the person in chat, and it's you. Yeah, I've got this is kind of I don't want to even say guilty pleasure because I genuinely do enjoy this film. But I can explain several reasons why, and it kind of baffles me that quite a lot of Star Trek fans sort of piggyback and sort of shit on this film a fair bit, for whatever reasons. But I'm kind of hoping today I can kind of convert you guys. But we'll
the principal actors also shit on it. So if Shatner and Nimoy found it to be poor,
and what did Shatner go and do? The Final Frontier. My case is rested, Your Honor.
I don't know. I think I'd probably watch Final Frontier over this. That being said, so here's the thing. I have not seen this movie in a while. I skipped it. Brody and Maria, I took them through almost everything Star Trek. We didn't do TOS. We did almost all the movies. We skipped this. I was just like, there's no point in us watching motion picture. That's how little I regard it.
Oh,
wow. So it's probably been like 3 or 4 years. Bless you.
Thank you.
That being said, I have not seen the director's cut, pretty sure. So I have an open mind. And I will come at it from the perspective of I want to be convinced.
Okay.
And I will tell you right now what my problems are with it, and hopefully between a combination of the director's cut and you, Idol, you can kind of elucidate on why I should enjoy it more.
This is. I feel like I'm up to a bad start. Here's why you should enjoy it. Like that's never a good start.
Well, no, because here's the thing: it's like I genuinely, but like you have a great taste in Star Trek. I think that the reason we are all here is because we generally all appreciate about Star Trek its like messages about like the Final Frontier, about understanding that which is unknowable, like just. The greatness of the human spirit, and the motion picture does have aspects of that. Like there's a scene in it that I think is legitimately amazing, which is all about that. But for me, it is a combination of the pacing, the costuming, and also just like the general kind of like threadbareness of the plot. Like it's a very simple plot. And I think you can do a very simple plot over a course. This is like a 2-hour movie, isn't it? I forget what the runtimes are.
Something like that.
You can do a simple like plot and string outlet if you go really deep into detail. But the problem is that their idea of detail is showing you effect shots rather than philosophical discussion, which is what I would always prefer from my Star Trek. So it's like I would never say I hate the motion picture. I just don't particularly like it.
It's not you I hate motion picture. It's what I became because of you.
Yeah, I became bored. And it's just a case of like between the director's cut and someone here to elucidate on exactly why they enjoy it and convince me through their enthusiasm, which is something that can happen. People can change their minds. I believe in that. I hope to be convinced to give this a few points higher than I would have been before we did this.
Okay. We need to do some sort of
First of
pre-rating.
all,
Oh, go on.
Hold on, he gets a speech. I want
Okay,
my
fine,
fucking
fine.
speech. First of all,
this is becoming a speech.
The night is
it's
young.
in my contract.
We got the Star Trek
First of all-
assassin here. He always needs to get the hit in. Come on, let's hear it.
The reason we're all together is because cab ranks for shit, not because of whatever you said about
I
about why don't love Star Trek.
Oh, shit.
Talk about thankless things we do. There's another trait I've got to add to this old stupid sheets that I don't even maintain. Anyways.
No, I have. All right, I'll be nice. I also hold Idol's opinion in tremendous regard.
You guys being
that's
so
the whole
nice.
point of this draft. Is people are going to have 10s that the average on IMDb is like a 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I want to be convinced. I haven't seen this in a long time. I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. I want Idol to sell it to me as we watch it. You know, I don't want all jokes or all silence. Leave my armbands alone. I want. Sorry, I've got very sweaty armbands that the cat is playing with.
I thought you were doing some sort of metaphor for the film.
Idol's going to point out scenes and be like, this is why I love, look at that, and I want to be convinced. So this whole run we're going to do of draft picks, this is our chance to profess our love for Star Trek.
Exactly.
Dan, you're entitled to a short speech.
I wrote something while I was listening to all of your inputs, and I only have one line to read to you regarding Star Trek 1 and my impression of the movie overall in retrospect. The small innocent seeds we plant all have the potential.
Oh. Sorry, we're having a few Discord issues there. I got the first part of that, Dan. Sorry.
Okay, one more time.
Go on.
My spiel is the small innocent seeds that we plant all have the potential to grow into homicidal juggernauts that will definitely come back to haunt us in the end.
He's not wrong.
I did realize today this is pretty much that Strange New Worlds episode from this season. So
yeah,
I'm sure we'll have some
it's
parallels
also
to
the Nomad episode.
Nomad as well.
Yeah, Changeling.
Mm-hmm. Is there a Voyager episode with the
Changeling
Cardassian torpedo that's kind of similar? But anyway, we should pre-rate. Yeah, Warhead, that's the one. Or Juggernaut? No, maybe not. We should pre-rate, gentlemen. We haven't pre-rated for some time. You'll be surprised to know I'm probably not actually going to give this a 10 out of 10. I love this film, but I also do appreciate there are flaws in this film, glaring ones, including a noted sex offender on the main cast, who we probably won't spend too much time talking about, but that's definitely a hey moment. But there are elements of this film I do really, really like, and kind of parts of Trek I wish would come back to. But I'm going to say I'm going to give this a respectable 8 out of 10. I've watched this film a lot. I will probably end my rating on an 8 out of 10. But that's me who's watched this film probably about 4 times this year already. So, Auto,
fair enough.
What's your Idol? It's January 1st. What are you talking about?
What year is it?
I said what I said.
First of all, we're recasting Stephen Collins with Danjevin because I didn't know he had that jawline, but he showed up today. I'm like, whoa, he could be in the movies, baby.
Can light a match on that.
Today.
Do we not have a trailer?
Unfortunately, I have I'm Sans trailer today. That's the one. After doing this new layout and preparing new subtitles and things, I forgot to do a trailer. So I've apologized in advance. If you want one, you can find one on YouTube.
Your first duty was to the trailer idol.
I tell you what, I'm gonna pre-rate this a 9.
Whoa!
Until we get after the scene with the Klingons, then it's gonna steadily drop to about a 3 by the end of it.
Nice.
So we're gonna start out strong and then nosedive.
What does that equal out to?
I don't know. Put in whatever number you wish, Idol.
Go on, Dan.
He's going to assign demerits to the movie as it progresses. I get it. Yes. I think I can give this movie a solid 5. I think that the fact that it's basically just an episode of Phase 2, just drawn out and double the length, is going to mean there's a lot of padding, and that's expectable. But we've got Jerry Goldsmith. I know he turns in an absolutely incredible score here. Special effects are really pushing the envelope. A lot of them done practically. Go back if you haven't had a chance, anybody, to look at the making of, and you'll see some really remarkable effects that they just produced just out of just sheer scraps laying around, bits of cellophane and anything else you could possibly imagine. So also, I'm going to give this movie a lot of credit just for really just reviving the franchise. And so, there's some hallmarks here that are respectable enough to elevate it to kind of an average rating, and then we'll see how my impression goes as we move along.
Okay. Stars.
Yeah, I think that's roughly about where I land as well. It's like, I think I'll probably give it like a 5.5 in terms of like, I don't find it like actively offensive in any way. I don't think I never like put on out of choice, but to be fair, I also don't put on the undiscovered country out of choice.
Oh, that's
I will. Guess what? If I want to rewatch a Star Trek movie, I will watch one of two. I will watch First Contact or Wrath of Khan because those are my favorites.
Wow.
I'll occasionally throw on Insurrection if I want a really lazy afternoon, but I won't throw on Search for Spock or Voyage Home or and it's not I'm marking it as movies just because that's how my brain works. But it's like, yeah, this isn't like an offensively bad movie. I just find it generally kind of boring. And I have to respect the historical significance of it. Even if I think that the movie that comes after it does everything that it wants to do better. So yeah, 5.5 for me. I'll be
5.5.
generous.
One up in that, Dan. You're going to get that average Jeopardy there, aren't you?
Right,
okay.
Go down.
Hopefully we should have everything working for everyone watching with us. We shall have a little preview in the bottom corner that will be blurred for copyright reasons, but it'll help you keep track for anyone jumping in. There will be a time code, and there will be subtitles for those who just want to lazily look and do whatever. Hopefully this is going to work. I have 2 buttons to press in succession, so we'll see what happens if this all falls over. So we are going to start our wonderful overture in 5. Hang on, I've got to get my 2. Hang on, I'm not going to be able to give you an on-screen countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what's out there.
It's motions and pictures.
It's motions and
Here an
pictures.
impaired audience is getting screwed right off the bat. Way to go, Idle.
No, subtitles are running. They are running good, yes. Oh, just an overture before a film. Like, here's what I think.
That is very civilized.
It's very civilized. You're in a theatre, right? And I'm going to talk all over this film.
Darling.
This is going to be like, this is a theatrical film. You go to a cinema to watch this. You don't watch it on your VCR on a videotape at home. This is something you sit and you get, you feel this film. That's kind of why.
This film is a vibe. I'll grant you that, and this really does begin the vibe very, very nicely. This is cute,
and it goes on a bit long. I mean, you play it to my kids, they're like, "Well, nothing's happening." What's going on? No, just sit, take it in.
Yeah. So would you say that it's the vibes-based film then? This is vibes-based.
I would say actually, yeah. There's a lot of atmospheric work doing the heavy lifting in this film, and there's a style to it as well. And you've got to remember it's 1979. Alien. When was Alien? Alien was...
That was the same year.
That was the same year. Was that before or after? But production-wise, I don't suppose it doesn't matter. But
I don't know.
Obviously, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Star Wars has been around about now.
The first one.
Yeah.
And
right.
Notable Doctor Who episode, City of Death. Just got through.
I do love that the subtitles have to clarify the overture continues.
Yep. No, you are still with us.
And the original Superman movie, well, the Richard Donner one.
That's correct, yes.
Idle, I think your movie's on screensaver. You got to jiggle the mouse.
There's not enough flying toasters for that.
So is this a Goldsmith
This
overture?
is, yes. This is Star Beyond Time, the Ilea theme.
It is fucking gorgeous. Like, I will say there is an absolute reason why the music from this became not just the TNG theme, but I would think generally just the theme from Star Trek. Like, the TOS intro theme and the TNG theme, which is actually from this, are the Star Trek themes.
You just don't, you don't sound like an old fart, but you don't hear soundtracks like this. Like, you get musicals and you get overly, like, electronic-y stuff. But I don't think I've seen a film lately that's had this kind of majesty to it. Not very, very Tchaikovsky, very kind of Holst.
Operatic.
Yeah, almost. Like, all of, like, classic Disney feel. A lot of classic Disney films had soundtracks like this.
Well, it's kind of not in vogue, is it?
No.
Part of that world.
Are you sitting comfortably?
Oh, I am sitting comfortably. It ended.
It did.
Well, there you go, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
We're done. What do you think?
Well, that brings it up to about an 8 for me. I'm good.
Brilliant.
I find it odd that they play that before the
that is odd.
credit.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some Octu and Melota next.
Aha. Be upstanding for the national anthem.
Are these redone credits?
They are, yeah. This is the director's edition, so lots of rework here.
I like that they kept it very 1979 into the style.
Yeah, I hate that font. That's my least favorite font of Star Trek.
They used that one.
That's how you know it's the 70s.
Exactly.
Do they use
minus that one demerit for the font, Otto?
It's going downhill every second. Persis Combata, R.I.P.
And that guy.
And that guy, yeah. Okay.
Hey, Gary Goldsmith.
Whoop, whoop. He did First Contact as well, didn't he?
He did?
Did he do another one?
I wouldn't actually say this movie was edited very much, but we'll give him credit anyways.
Well, this is a director's cut, so maybe it will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did it in one take, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I think Goldsmith did at least 3, right? He did the motion picture, he did First Contact, and Insurrection.
He did Insurrection. I think he did Voyager's theme as well, didn't he? Must be what?
He did,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's why that is a banger. So, yeah.
I wonder what people thought when they entered the theater and heard this instead of Alexander Courageous theme.
Yeah, it's a choice, isn't it? It's like, I kind of compare it to like...
All right, shut up. National anthem.
And I'm cranking up my volume.
Mm-hmm. Look at those models. They're fucking incredible.
Is this ILM?
Yes.
It has to be, yeah.
Yeah. That level of... Oh, this shot also. That's that good shit.
They're so detailed.
Dude, Olentonde Usum Somni wishes he could spin the camera like that. Oh, that do-do-do-do, the oboe.
Yeah. Bong. They brought the instrument back for Picard, didn't they?
That's a very Star Warsy shot, I think.
That is.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Oh.
First proper
Man,
Klingon.
this bridge really didn't change much, did it?
Yeah. Same bridge for decades.
I love those giant pistons. You can do so much with them.
That's Mark Leonard, if I recall.
That is Mark Leonard, indeed. Spinny tactical consoles. Remember, Tom, we looked at that in the Roddenberry archive.
Listen, I love a good spinny console.
Nope. Plus 1 point for subtitles. It's a foreign language film.
Look at the visual design. Like, there's so much Klingon visual design in here that just lasts forever as well.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta love the Klingons. They're just fucking firing torpedoes into a cloud. They don't know what else to do.
Don't even try and say hello.
That's
Don't
very
do a
Klingon.
Scan. Yeah.
There's even the gormless one at the back going, what's going on?
I like the visual of disappearing one by one.
Yeah. We may have gone too far in some places.
It's great they had the budget to do all this, but they still rely on the tension of just looking at a console and waiting for something to happen.
Dreadnought Estetente. It's another great shot.
Fine, Epsilon 9.
Coming at you at NCC 595.
Oh man, if I do go on YouTube, that's my channel's name.
Commodore Probert.
Probert?
Yep.
Like Speedy Egbert?
Didn't he do a load of ship designs?
He did, yep.
Andy Probert, I believe his name
Oh, look,
was.
it's that guy who missed out on being a full-time cast member.
like the shaky cam.
Oh yeah.
Are we going to talk about the uniforms?
Yeah. It's like a whale's mouth.
Probably the best whale orifice we could compare it to. Actually, I like that visual. It's like it's assimilating it bit by bit, and then it disappears.
Well, yeah, there's a reason why they during some of the expanded media.
Yeah. Tron was after this as well, wasn't it? Tron was 80s.
82, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. This is like practical and matte effects and things like that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all paintings on glass with a mirror.
Yeah. Like real lens flare, not.
Yep.
You have exactly long enough to realize you're fucked.
I mean, one thing the movies nails is the slow-moving torpedo. It gives a great sense of scale. Undiscovered and... I feel like we should be dubbing the entire film. My eyes are too close together, Commander.
Sir, my laser suit needs to be zipped up. Can I excuse myself?
She also kind of had Alfalfa's haircut, too.
AK, someone left their vape on.
So is this a map?
That looks
touched up with
fucking
CGI?
great for the...
Yeah.
Was this remastered or just...
I think a bit about... This is the 4K version I'm giving you guys, so it's director's cut, remastered. I imagine there's been a lot of work done to it, so...
Yeah, that did not look like that in the
that's
original.
fantastic.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. That's been touched up and looks great, actually.
We'll be rating the director's cut.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Guess what? It needs all the help it can get.
Dude, imagine how big
Is
that
this the first
dog
time?
must
No,
be.
we've seen Vulcan before, but it was just the stock set from...
Well, yeah, we saw it in a mock time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I could make a really uncouth joke about that, but I'm not going to.
Never stopped you before.
Listen, like when you say about casting out your animal passions onto the sand, it's a very evocative image.
I believe Ecclesiastes has a
Bomb
verse
is
about that.
wasted on the dusty ground.
God gets quite irate.
This jewelry is fake.
Some of the musical stings for Vija's effects. I get what they're going for, but it really does sound like they're about to go into a guitar riff.
Oh yeah.
I once saw a review of this. It's started having Bill and Ted just do their Wild Stallion after each one.
Vija Halen.
Your cat would totally play with that armband on him.
Le Hochfreiheit.
Thank
That's
you for
very
not
Yiddish,
calling me a
Shepard.
half-breed.
Would you like a fun fact that you probably do know? But they're actually speaking in English, but they've overdubbed to mime along in the different language.
Oh, right, okay. Do you have to drop the necklace on the floor? Can I have that? Looks nice. It's a nice bit of costume jewelry.
Yeah. It's got bling.
Yes, he's
I wonder who
Spock's
has
got
that-
the right idea.
Yeah, I wonder who kept that giant red foot.
And forever San
That was in the
Francisco
box
shall be the
cut.
home of sci-fi.
Bridge porn.
Yeah, love a bit of bridge porn.
Matte painting.
Yep.
Blends fairly well.
It is a bit jarring going from what has always been touched up with CGI a little bit to shots like this, which were pretty much original. But stuff like that, that's practical, and that you can tell it works.
It's Kirk. He's back.
It's the Shat. And the only good uniform in the entire movie.
Wow, he looks trim. Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see they've got some refugees from Angel 1 up there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
Kill the interceptors. That's so specific. Why?
He's very confident about that.
I'm on my way with a meeting with the wife that'll last no longer than 3 minutes.
Oh, that's regular one flipped upside down.
It is, isn't it? Yes.
Regular one is that. Yeah.
It's irregular one.
All right, Idol, you're in charge of the Schiller rating, so
shit.
I
That's
feel like if it's not irregular ones, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Oh,
we got a lot of movie left.
I love the little hydroponics bay. That's really cool.
Little worker bees. See, things are happening. There's movement. There's life.
Well, I think the fact that we've got a subtitle for something that happened a minute ago is a bit of a sign
that's the subtitles problem. It's not mine.
Well, I
think
think
they
in case, yeah.
I was just saying, how did they get so much money off of a canceled show that was only revived by a letter writing campaign? This is remarkable.
I actually know the answer. It's because Star Wars was so popular. Everyone wanted to pop of that money.
That's true. 2 years after Star Wars. You're right. You're right.
That's why, because if you watch The Spy Who Loved Me, the Bond film, it actually says James Bond will return in The Spy in For Your Eyes Only, and then they pivoted to Moonraker because it was sci-fi themed.
More like Star Wars was only successful because of Star Trek, obviously.
Well, yeah. Buck Rogers would like a word.
Yeah, I love it.
Scotty, we need to.
How did you have 18 months? You haven't been able to get it done properly.
Yeah, but have you seen the changes they do? Oh, well, you're about to.
Well, yes. Is it going to be 6 minutes long?
Hell yeah.
I gotta say, they're moving the plot along pretty quickly here.
That's not the best shot, but they did what they could.
Yeah, it's
kind of look like they're cardboard cutouts plastered in the window.
That looks great.
Yeah, that's good. Mini work, I love models, like real physical things. Yeah. They just look so much better. That guy's just tumbling through space. Help!
He's playing that old Rare game. What is it, like Spaceman or whatever it is?
Solar Jetman. That's what you're talking about. Yeah.
You look at him thinking he's such hot shit.
Yeah. Gave her back.
I mean, it was 3 minutes easy.
Yeah.
Ah, homoeroticism starting early, I see.
I think it's something in the novelization that is very they wrote there's Spock and Kirk were a couple.
Because no, Gene Roddenberry explicitly goes out of his way to have Kirk address the fact that people weirdly think that me and Spock were gay, and it's so weird. And it's like, Gene, don't acknowledge it. The more you acknowledge it, the more people will.
Oh, you know what? You built right. So you build a model like this. You know it looks fucking great. You're gonna spend some time going around it. Look at this.
I'm gonna start a timer.
Oh, I think people have done that. How's that guy again?
He's gonna run him down.
A little help here.
It's the scene from Austin Powers with the steamroller, isn't it?
Yeah. Bug on the windshield.
Yeah, it really should just have little windshield wipers going.
I mean,
Take it in.
Taking the shuttle to the Enterprise in the 09 movie is the best scene in there. So
yeah,
you're not wrong.
It's my favorite Giacchino track from that movie too.
It's very good. But yeah, like I said, with the start of this, like they used like what we call the Next Generation theme as, you know, a radical change. I felt the same way about 09 with like they complete change of the theme song, but that's now kind of iconic for like the Kilmanverse films. So
yeah, what's the track called? It's called like Enterprising Young Men or whatever like that. It's a great track.
Yes.
Yeah. I do love Giacchino turning every single track into a pun on his soundtracks. It's hilarious.
Nami Melamad does that now as well, because she was his protege.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's good fun.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking turn radius. It's like a Buick.
I will admit,
his blinker on.
I will admit, they probably could have cut the 3-point turn here. That's slightly excessive.
They actually have a right turn signal on the shuttle. That's incredible.
But here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
All right, and
wait, isn't the docking bay in the back, anyways?
Just giving her the tour. Just taking the side.
Yeah, just Scotty doing the victory lap.
Yeah. Let's do what Archer did with Tucker, is just checking out the plates and then, you know, scraping the paint off. It is such a good looking ship, though. S tier.
It's okay.
Can you drive this thing any faster?
Oh, that's
how they have little running lights on the outside of the pod so you can see the identification number.
Yeah.
Just in case you forget.
Light track and shot. Look at that. Got to look at the space dock. Don't know why. Just do. I honestly think they've went like, shit, we've got this much soundtrack and the soundtrack's banging, so let's extend the scene.
Well, usually you would record the soundtrack after the movie's completed.
Yeah.
Not Goldsmith. This film was built around it.
Mm-hmm.
Right to runtimes is cowardly. Gratuitous xylophone.
Little xylophone for you,
yep.
Remember, the xylophone came first, and then they recorded the longer trip around the xylophone.
There he is.
This guy's everywhere.
It took me 18 months to write the xylophone bit. You expect me to finish the soundtrack in 12 hours?
Look at Kirk looking admiringly at the space dock walls.
Yeah, who gives a shit about
Again, why are we doing the full 180? Like, guys.
Nearly there. Watch it go in. Oh, yeah.
I need a cigarette.
4 minutes,
oh, look,
10 seconds.
It's the cargo bay.
Great set.
Great set. You can explore it in the Roddenberry archives.
Do they do anything in the cargo bay? Of course he is.
It's fucked up again.
Daddy Putty.
Yeah, nearly, isn't it?
He really goes lost. Wrong way, sir.
Mm-hmm. Pretty drab turbo lifts.
I don't like this turbo lift. Yeah. It's weird green.
This bridge design is actually pretty bad.
I like this.
Yeah, I don't think we related it. Yeah.
We don't see that part of Kirk very often.
See that the naked gun.
It's Phoebe stuck in the ceiling while the baby's being born.
Oh, that guy! Put that away! Put that away!
Passing that giant cran up.
This has got IKEA cafeteria vibes.
Yeah, where are the Swedish meatballs?
Why is that guy crouched by Chekhov? Never mind. But we need an outfit change.
There's Riffraff.
Zulu, check off. You there?
Soft lens there, look.
He doesn't know.
4 o'clock in the morning?
Ah, yeah. Jellicoe's inspiration.
Oh, God. I mean, not for certain members of the crew.
Capacitators, did he say?
Yeah, it sounded like that, didn't it? It's very TNG warp core.
Yeah.
All this, this was reused for the warp core in TNG. It's not without the map painting underneath it.
I could jump. Anyway.
Yeah, intrusive thoughts.
Wine cooler status.
Your flux chiller for when you need to chill your flux.
That's oh, what was it? What did they say? One of those like infinity mirrors at the back there, isn't there? Like the map painting.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Sir, we've replaced the dilithium crystals with Folgers crystals. Now everybody's on edge.
What about Colombian coffee crystals?
I'm Colombian coffee.
Oh look, it's the Fifth Doctor. Where's his celery?
That's offensive to Peter Davison.
I know. You're demoted. Get off my ship.
Why?
That's just putting the knife in, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd kick you out when you can.
Get my mark? Okay.
Oh.
I mean, not to put a too fine a point on it, Decker, but you've had the ship for 18 months and it's gone nowhere, so what are you doing?
Ooh.
I've got to
take off those. Take off your rank insignia too. Give me those.
Temporary reduction to ensign.
Stripped of your strips.
This is actually a pretty bold move right off the bat to have Kirk kind of pull the rug out from someone else. Like the audience, the fans are going to hate him for it, but that's kind of risky.
I think part of the problem is that they don't. You'd have no reason to care about Decker, really.
No,
what did you do?
I'm a nurse. I don't know what any of this shit does.
Cross circuit to be.
Last time you saw me, I was feeding Sulu's plants. Don't tell me it's Charlie again. Okay, this is horrible.
This is actually her best look, I think.
Yeah, that's my reaction too, Janice.
You should just beam aboard a mass of skin, teeth, and hair if they really wanted to.
You just look like that pig from Galaxy Quest, yeah. And then it exploded. You've been in command for 3 minutes.
Send a fruit basket.
Whoever they were.
Oh, so that was the dude he was talking to in the...
Yeah.
Captains are supposed to take pride in, like, calling home and delivering that personally.
I suppose he does have, like, the imminent threat of Vija and all that lot, but yeah, it's a little bit. You should kind of film a video message, at least.
Where the hell am I?
I think he is genuinely confused.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he's lost.
Yo, man.
Yeah. Yo, man.
Yeah, busted.
Ooh.
Wink, wink.
Are we back? Sorry,
Good
Stars
thing we
missed
were
that.
able to download the. Good thing we were able to download the feed from the Klingons GoPro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Klingon double got their body cams going.
When you said Klingon double, I thought you were going somewhere else.
No, we exhausted those jokes on that What the Dub session too long
I was
ago.
just gonna say we what the dubbed this scene.
We did, yeah.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, we did that exact one.
Why?
It's always the Enterprise.
Other ship.
It's the only starship in the sector.
That sounded so weird. I was waiting for it to be someone in the background with a whistle. Just like a little slide.
Dr. Bashir?
A little bit.
I like that negative.
Epsilon Night is not so fine.
Oh, that's what the guy spinning in space is about. He's holding the camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is cool.
This is an amazing shot, yeah.
Love that. Just imagine 1979, you look at this, like, nowadays you just take it as like, oh yeah, they just did that in Blender or whatever, but...
This guy gets it so bad.
It'd be funny if his little legs were moving.
Brilliant.
Oh. That guy's shaking his head. Yeah. He can't believe it.
What's recording right now? It's all been absorbed.
I was going to say, it's really nice of them to leave behind a camera that's still transmitting
It's a long-range lens from...
Scars is right. It's just that one guy.
Yeah.
That'll be my next Star Trek Adventures character. I'll be like a Starfleet photographer who just like goes around in a little spacesuit.
Dude, Scotty's really mugging in the background.
This is the recreation deck?
Yeah.
Like a pool or a slide?
And there's ping pong tables somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, they just folded them up.
If it was anything like the church I went to, you got to stack all the chairs when you're done and push them up.
Yeah, that's right.
Put the gym equipment, slide it back onto the wall.
It's wild to me that this is just the Wrath of Khan Bridge, but like the difference in lighting and like dressing it up.
Yeah, the lighting is garish in this, You're right.
That'd be great if she was shaped like a Starfleet Delta.
Chekhov's like, a woman! It's the proto-Riker-Troy relationship here.
Yeah.
You got promoted?
What have you done to fuck things up?
No, I don't. We just met.
I've read your briefing.
Yeah, I was going to say she knows.
That's such a weird line, though, regardless.
There's Gene for you.
Oh.
Not again.
The last time people you beamed up a Kirk didn't go so well.
Did we fix it? I mean,
we hope.
So whose daughter are you?
Great line read.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was not a great line read.
She's already smiling.
She's like another soul to reap.
I always hated you, McCoy. Also, is it just me or the audio mixing kind of weird now?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
The switch between the local mic and the ADR.
Ah, yeah.
Wish it was Mbenga.
Why don't we call it a what's it or a who's it?
A doohickey.
Yeah. A bingle bangle.
That chest hair.
Yeah. This isn't gay, right?
Gene swears up and down it's not gay.
There's a thing in here.
It's unknowable, but together we could explore it.
Why is she talking through the intercom? She's literally in the next room.
Yeah, she's in.
Demote her too.
Yeah. Gotta say, this is a pretty good movie so far.
Yeah. Power down, ready to launch.
We have now, we can now disengage the sun lamps.
I tell you what, is this near the time of Thunderbirds, the original run? Because that would explain quite a lot of the attention to mechanical details.
Thunderbirds was 60s, wasn't it?
Was that?
Yeah, 1965-ish. Actually, I think it predates TOS a little bit.
Wow, does it?
I think so. I'm pretty sure the original run of Thunderbirds started in 1965.
Colour though, wasn't it? Yeah. One of the first colour things, maybe.
Yeah.
It's kind of low that Chekhov's the only one that gets replaced here.
Yeah. Stars right on the money, 1965.
Yeah.
Woo! I have approximate knowledge of many British things.
I have knowledge approximate of many little British things.
One of these days I'll be able to sell you all on doing a Gilbert and Sullivan full review parody. Somehow.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with those crew members.
Stop chat again.
I would love to Galaxy Quest scraping the side right now.
Yes.
A very Red Dwarf.
He's Look waving. At little flip. Little flip.
He's the hero.
He's the hero we need right now.
The real Vija was the little guy in the spacesuit all along. I do prefer the blue lens for the deflector dish, not the brown, but...
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's meant to be more of a gold, but yeah, it comes across as like a brown.
Well, this whole movie is beige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a child's buffet. Big steel doors. Hey.
Why would you keep this shot?
Those close so slowly.
This is the director's cut, and they kept that?
Yeah! Do you smell something?
By the way, what's the runtime on this?
I don't know.
Too long.
Hang on, let me 2 hours 16, but obviously it's probably gonna be at half an hour's credits, so 1:45 probably. I'd be surprised to know there's no post-credit scene.
Really? I'm shocked.
Yes. That's a weird shot.
Bye, Earth.
This bridge is one of the worst because like the lighting is just terrible, but
yeah. But also the console is not particularly amazing.
Well, bang, okay.
No, I know I do like that though. Give him an ally on the ship.
Yeah.
Build the tension for later.
Yeah. Listen, listen. Classic. Da, 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 da. See, that I don't get.
It's something they don't really clarify.
Yeah.
Oh, to intellectual property, yes.
So they ended Alexander theme on a minor note to show that things still aren't quite right, but we're almost there. Interesting.
That's nice.
I can imagine a lot of fans are freaking out in the theaters wondering where Spock is. I like that they delay his entry. Scotty's delivery is so consistent. Every little fucking thing. He's like, oh, Captain!
I forgot these engineering suits are in this one.
Dude, they are way overstaffed. They're like a Circuit City from 10 years ago.
It looks like the Spaceballs lineup. We're all assholes, sir.
I was going to go for the Michelin Man, but, you know, same diff.
Yeah. What do they have Daft Punk helmets on?
And you got to think as well, you don't in TOS ever see the Enterprise go to warp. So this is like a new thing.
To get down to get warp drive.
Literally, the instant he turns around, that's hilarious to me.
He's like, damn, I missed it.
Nope.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this is stupid.
Raspberry.
They've gone to plaid.
That's a cool visual, though. I like that visual. That's like in a different context.
I loved it when I saw it on the iTunes visualizer.
I am Locutus of Borg.
Captain, I think something's wrong with our Discord.
Should we try joining a different server?
Slack.
I'm very drunk right now.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to work out how
I
they
watch Picard season 2 again.
Sorry, this isn't quite as torturous as that. We could watch section 31. Let's watch section 30. I'll pause this now. We'll go watch section 31. You'll be begging to come back to this.
Go over to the console.
Do you think they slowed this down for dramatic effect, or they just needed that much more padding?
That's what I'm trying to work out.
What?
Why did I never put the face of Ben in there?
Why would an asteroid be moving at the same speed as the Enterprise?
I think one of the implication is
the wormhole.
Yeah, they tried to make like the warp wormhole. The asteroid got pulled in, and because some sort of sensor was fucked up, they couldn't align for it, so it all.
Okay. Here's my next question: why is there an unmapped wormhole in the solar system?
It's not. No, the wormhole's what's being created by the warp field. It's not like DS9. It's
okay. Question number 3: since when can warp fields create wormholes? What the fuck?
I don't know. Look, it's just go with it.
Oh shit! Now there's 80 of them.
Yeah. Question number 4: why does blowing up the rock and end the wormhole?
Also, why does it look like the Death Star exploding?
They're not even going to
Great
explain
shot,
any of this.
Chekhov. That was 1 in a million.
Oh, God. All right.
Well, that brought the movie to a screeching halt.
It looked good though.
This is. Keep in there.
There you go.
So impulse.
Yeah, it's not warp.
Yeah. There should have just been like a field of dead engineers, really.
No, it won't.
Please don't.
I wish they opened their belt buckle and it had like hair pomade and they just do their
little mint chapstick.
It's the madness of the future.
Virtual corset.
Yeah.
Well, Decker's in trouble, even though he did nothing
I think it's
wrong.
a relic from phase 2, isn't it? It's like a force field, like life support belt or something. I forget.
Oh, they did that in TAS.
Yeah, I think it might be that.
That's right. That's right.
That
Official
like
time to briefing room scene is 45 minutes.
I appreciate you tracking that, Dan. That's an important metric. Genuinely.
He seems like a genuinely good guy, which makes Kirk even more of a dick.
I will say that they missed a trick there. He should have said, I'm sorry, he said, I don't think you're sorry one bit. Just called back to the previous conversation, but...
Ooh.
Rebuttal.
Careless Whisper plays in the background.
McCoy's like, wow, you got embarrassed. That was embarrassing, Cook.
Yeah, he should have kept the beard.
Yeah. It was a better look.
That's
and
it?
And the costume, that's it, yeah.
Bones was there for one line?
Oh man, that's an awful line.
Yeah. That I don't think that came out the way he intended.
Works on younger.
It was a breeze, just like seeing you.
That was difficult as seeing Star Trek 1, the motion picture again.
I know where those hands have been.
I just want to say for the record, I wish Jolene Blaylock could play Ilea.
That'd be a better movie. Why?
You're watching some Enterprise. She's fucking incredible.
Why are we?
What's he looking at?
Don't worry about it.
Cue cards.
He has like a little cue card there.
Why does he sound like the elusive man there?
A little bit, actually.
didn't,
He's not
yeah.
got that
I think
much
he's
scene
all-
going on.
I think he's all 80-yard. I am
really
host doing this movie,
call.
Captain.
A courier.
A wine courier.
Yeah, I need another drink. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. You won't miss anything.
Time to second drink, 48 minutes.
That's so dramatic.
Detachable Vulcan
Also,
shuttle.
they managed to find like the one Federation ship in like the Alpha Quadrant that doesn't have a working long like warp drive, because this thing got here on time.
Yeah, but what's
They
that
made
gonna
a
do?
toy out of this, right?
They
Playmates
did,
has
yeah.
a toy for this little Vulcan shuttle.
Detachable Vulcan shuttle.
I'm sure it's got to be in Eagle Moss as well.
Oh, probably, yeah. Yeah, don't need that anymore. It's not reusable.
Romulan rubber ducky.
It's not reusable. That's no space waste.
Well, I would like to think that it like you just hit a recall button and it flips and goes
Look
back
at
the
this
other
thing
way.
flip! Yeah.
Wow, this shuttle's got tricks.
Real
Indian
space
nosebone.
inertia, baby.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk Pro
Rodney-
Captain.
Yeah, Rodney Mullen's got nothing on that thing.
I would play Tony Hawk Pro Captain.
Pro Captain.
Ta-da!
Umpire's gear is on a little bit wonky.
I don't know you.
I never forget a face.
Oh, that was cute.
Spark.
Fuck. Not homoerotic, by the way.
What I miss? Who's this guy?
No one important.
Not important. Yeah.
I love how they just blur the background.
Yeah, it's very strange.
I'd say I love that Nimoy has like gone back to a way more cold delivery.
Austere.
Yeah, way more. Like if you listen
Well,
to
I
him
mean-
in any episode of TOS, he doesn't sound like this.
Well, he was just on Vulcan, so
Yeah, no, I love that he like
Nope.
that.
how do you feel?
Yeah.
My oath of celibacy is on record, Captain.
Yeah, just ask Droxine.
The engineer. What's with the blurring?
Yeah,
I never
the
get
name's
that.
Spock.
That's really weird.
Some kind of focal effect, I think.
Just a Discord backdrop, you're fine.
Privacy, the blur here. Someone in the background didn't want their face to be seen in this movie, which I understand, to be fair.
Oh, blue lens now. Okay.
I mean, I like that he doesn't hold eye contact either. Like, you can tell he's going through a few things.
Oh, there was a little bit of the TOS theme again.
Yep.
Now he's working on his crystal radio set.
Which you can buy for $23.99 at the foyer of this film.
I'd say Sulu is rocking that outfit.
The guys have more cleavage than the women.
I mean, I approve.
That's because they didn't let Gene work on this one.
Yeah, this is right. Hey, now it's working. Okay. Hold on to your asteroids.
It's the rave engineering room.
They should have handrails, really, just like bolted onto the consoles.
Yeah. Don't know why he does that.
I think all the scenes are just shot in a closet. He wasn't even there.
I like this shot.
Well,
You can see the
that
wall
shot
missing.
looks weird.
Yeah, I like
Dude,
it.
I love Chekhov. He's everything an ensign should be. He's the ship's mascot.
A little bit.
Spock's uniform looks good.
There you go.
A Klingon.
A culinary discipline, yes.
Dude, you just know Bones said it wrong on purpose just to check him.
Vulcan lore too.
He just starts manspreading.
Dude, no one else can deliver that line read like Shatner.
It's true, yeah.
Like you would just say, "Can you please sit down?" Not Shatner.
You.
Yeah. We need him, or you need him. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Director's cut, folks.
Dude, Spock would be great at gay chicken. He would never blink first.
Well, Jim, that was pretty frickin' gay.
Why do you never look at me like that?
I shaved and everything.
Isn't it enough that I call you Bones?
I kiss you and you say yuck?
Never kissed you with a beard before.
See, what I'm getting from this conversation is that we all really want to do Insurrection.
Dude, he's got the wristwatch.
Yep. Smartwatches. Oh, now what's gone wrong?
Dude, I might change one of my draft picks to Insurrection.
I think it's on there, isn't it? Did someone not pick it?
No, I can't believe it.
Shit.
It was on
Maybe we'll fast
my
track
my
it.
long list. That would have made my top 30 probably.
Change a bulb.
And turn off these dumb, annoying lights.
Well, you know,
Fucking Discord today.
Oh, well, that is just the TNG
engineers
view
never
screen,
have
isn't it?
to.
Yeah.
Because I worked really well before.
Don't think of an elephant.
By the way, my movie is out of sync now after a Discord hiccup.
Oh, is it? That's weird.
Yeah, the audio and video is out of sync. Let me
Try disconnecting and reconnecting.
I think you may need to drop and reconnect auto because it's
Yeah.
fine here.
No.
Just turn around and present.
What the fuck?
Power. It's a grain of sand. It's a giant oyster.
Mm.
Nay, my privilege.
You keep on
Dude,
quoting regulations.
Again, no one can deliver that like Shatner.
He's doing his work. I don't know about... Wait, so how did Spock know what the cloud composition was if they weren't scanning?
He just eyeballed it.
Well, he said he was sensing it telepathically,
Yeah.
so.
Crazy.
Spock couldn't give us a fuck what you had to say, Collins.
Oh, the gummies hit.
Can they hit for the rest of us, please?
Oh, that's what Colinar is.
Delton brought some Delta 9s.
I mean, this is an old school TOS kind of thing, isn't it? Spock just freaks out for no reason.
Yeah.
The women!
Oh, but...
I like the thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. What was with the duck angle there?
Maybe step out of the way this time.
Yeah, Sulu, do you want to do your job, or...
Punch it, Chewie!
Why don't we try fucking moving first?
Yeah, we had like 30
Might be a sign of
seconds to
hostility.
move.
No, you got to be a man. See if you can take it. Oh, I heard the Wilhelm scream.
Oh, Wilhelm scream.
I heard the Wilhelm, yeah.
And also the Chekhov
Kidding
scream.
Yeah.
Just go run
That was
under a
the
cold tap, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
My son had his first lava pizza incident today. He ate it as soon as it came out of the oven and burnt his mouth. It was like,
oh. Yeah.
Ehud is widow hand. It's no fat November.
Gonna have to put him down.
If this were Voyager, this is a time where Neelix shows up with
Leola route.
With canapes for everyone, yeah.
So this is a former deleted scene they added in for the director's cut.
I need my pain.
Just pans down and he's got a little tent pitch. It's like, oh, well.
Would you like to go out sometime? This is why women aren't nice to you, Chekhov.
Magel's like, thanks for the knocking the broom out of my hand, asshole.
Listen, I have one job on this stupid ship. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it, okay?
That's right.
One million megahertz.
Well, surely when it gets to 1 million megahertz, you would start measuring it in gigahertz, surely.
The coming storm.
It was a little bit out of nowhere.
It was completely out of nowhere.
Fucking move. Hello?
No.
They used up all their energy just warping.
I guess.
I mean, you could say it for any of the other times, like when the giant hand came out and got them, or the Phasarius, or anything like that, but... Look at that shot. That's such a good shot. Sorry.
That is a beautiful shot, I will say.
Yeah, but how do you, like, delete a projectile like that?
I would say it's probably like an extension of V'ger itself, so it has that kind of control. Maybe.
You apologist.
No, the apologist's sitting over there.
By the way, that little ring around the top reminds me of like in airplanes where they have the little air vent and the light and everything.
That's a good point. I like how Spock's got a 5 o'clock shadow right now.
So you can see in their little Delta icons, the background is supposed to be like their color for the sciences and command and everything.
Yeah.
And so when they get in their little spacesuits, the color matches.
That's cute. We should cower.
Let's just run away and let it hit Earth and just go. Risk?
Just demote him again, Kirk.
Well, justify your opinion.
And it was a terrible one.
That wasn't included in the agreement.
Look, it makes me feel bad when I look at it. Like, well, don't look at
Spock's
it,
got his little wrists down.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they use them that
That's how
much.
he's so comfy. The little thigh warmers.
I wonder if that would be a thing. If you actually had something on top of your thigh, would you be more comfortable?
Maybe. Maybe I should
It's like a weighted blanket.
They should all have cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, into the unknown.
You think that's why Data has Spot because of his autism?
I'm not wrong.
Frozen time.
They're just like staring off in the distance like, I wish I had a chair.
We have remarked about
I think this is our off ramp. We got to get off at I-95 and then.
What was it? Tony Hawk's Pro Captain? What was that?
So this thing is 2 astronomical units wide. So if they're flying,
which
at
was
impulse,
revised down from 82 AU, as I recall.
Yeah.
So if they're flying at impulse, like how long should we take? Like 1 billion years?
Yeah.
Is this where it starts jumping the shark?
No. Does it jump the shark?
That presupposes a feeling that there is a shark.
It started out pretty well, but now there's like a sonata. We're looking in a kaleidoscope.
Are you transported?
See, I like this bit because I feel like this is like you entering the unknown. This is like, magic, science so advanced it seems like magic kind of thing.
But
like
they were dealing with the unknown when they had projectiles coming at them, and there was something interesting going on. Now this is just floating on calm seas.
Also, every shot is notably different from each other, even though they happen seconds apart.
I apparently have done more drugs than all of you combined.
I mean, this is the first real instance of it, so I don't mind it, but it does go on for a while after this.
I think there's a part of the cloud, and then they get to the actual ship itself, and then you definitely see more of the ship in this director's version than you do, like in the original. It's a lot more vague in the original. Filter.
Yeah, no, legit. Why don't you have a filter? All of you need glasses now. You all have epilepsy.
I'm tempted to edit in Data from the game with his little palm beacon flashing them.
So you guys see the game last night?
It's a problem with Arsenal. They're just walking in.
Like, can we not just like talk about things? Like, why are we just staring? Hey, it's Viserys.
I mean, that's the complaint that Nimoy had is we have all of our characters back, but they're not doing what the characters normally do that endear you to them.
Uhura kind of is right now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but that's like 3 minutes of nothing.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not teaming up on you, Idol. You keep sticking up for your pick.
I love this bit. I actually generally love the
No, I like this part so far too.
Yeah.
And if they were to end it now, I'd be like, all right, that's a nice little sequence.
Go up the ramp. Do a flip.
Executing 3-point turns, sir.
You see little plus
McCoy,
500
why
points
did you bother
float
to come
above
up to the
ship.
fucking bridge?
See, there's two instances in this film of like trying to show like a giant alien thing that's beyond comprehension. This is the first one. The second one is when Spock goes through the sphincter. And I love the design. Like I say, in this director's cut, you kind of get a bit more look at the design. You actually sort of see it more of a ship. But I like it looks so unknowable, and it's that small like cinematic reveal. And I appreciate people can't, don't like sitting for this, but it is atmospheric. It's unknown. It's menacing to a degree, but also in a kind of unknown way. And I don't know. I just really, really like this. The soundtrack does a lot of heavy lifting as well.
Jacques Cousteau pilots the Calypso to the bottom of the ocean.
A little bit of that. Okay, maybe this does go a bit too long. This might be the point whenever I'm hungover or overtired that I tend to fall asleep at this point.
Is that actually the reason why you like this movie? Because it's a perfect sleeping aid?
Ah, so good.
Yeah, he has said that. Right, so would this be better if it were like a living creature?
Well, it has elements of that. There's like little tendrils that almost look like sea anemones.
Well, right, but it's also very geometric.
Yeah. I think the implication is that like Vija has, been ascended to a point that the whole thing is one big living organism that is Vija looking for its creator, and that so it kind of does. But yeah, if you mean like an organic substrate, then yeah.
Well, they're trying to retcon the Borg into it and stuff. And
well, that's still not official.
That's more of a book and game thing. Yeah, they never really did that.
Well, I mean, Shatner himself did that, so
that's Shatner.
If anything, that delegitimizes the idea.
I'd love to see like Shatner puts his hands on it and his hair stands up on end like a big testicoil.
Testicoil.
Like if they would end it now and land on it and then get off and walk, that would be, that pacing would be preferable.
It's almost like there's only enough plot for a 45-minute episode.
As I said, Jerry Goldsmith made the score and they went, fine, we got to pad it. He's made his money, he's walked off, he's not coming back.
We also made the models too. We're going to slow pan over every one of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got to bring back the xylophone from Space Dock.
The interior shots of my aquarium must be seen by the world at large.
Oh, little egg sacs.
Mm-hmm.
Now this could be something. Have Spock scan it and talk about it.
They contain mini Vijas. I wonder what happened to the model of this, like the actual filming model.
Probably got like torn apart and thrown in the bin.
Dude, that Piccolo player's getting lightheaded.
More 6 spins. Look at that inertial drift.
I would love if it's going really fast and spinning across the screen.
For some reason, that guy in the spacesuit's back.
Alarm! Something is happening. And they're all like, thank God.
Oh God, it's Gene Roddenberry. He has returned. This is shot really weird as well. I don't know if they use a different speed, high speed like camera or something.
Possibly. I like it though.
Yeah.
What's that expression they use in Twister? The middle finger of God or whatever they call it. That looks like the finger of God.
Absolutely, I will not interfere.
They do this in TNG as well. They were like a beam of light that was accessing the systems.
Happens a couple times, yeah.
No, turn it off at the wall. Just take the socket out.
Engineering, shut off all power to the bridge.
Yeah, I thought you said don't interfere with it. You're interfering with it.
Double axe handle.
Works on Gorons, works on consoles.
Okay. It's quite imposing.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't fuck with that.
Dude, it's scary enough that Kirk went to grab a beautiful woman and held off.
But my oath.
See, that's really effective.
I like the silence. Just cuts off.
Way to go, security.
Yeah, what the fuck did that guy do? He's standing there with this giant space codpiece, afraid to interfere with anything.
It's just the ship football team just having to walk up trying to get sign-ups. I'll go now.
Good old leather helmets. He just leaves.
Oh, now
someone get me a new keyboard.
Yeah. Give me another USB peripheral.
As opposed to half emergency?
It's a semi-emergency.
A mauve emergency.
Sure is.
No.
I like how the powering down noise came before Kirk ordered disengage the drive.
Oh, Scotty knew.
Yeah, they're all doing his job for him, really.
DeFalco.
We must have at least one hot woman on the bridge at all times.
Nichelle Nichols is right there.
2 hot women. Oh,
you say that. You say that, but they haven't given her a line in like 25 minutes, so I forgot.
Yeah, you're wrong, actually, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
You know, for all the light effects, couldn't they do like a simple tractor beam on the ship?
Get in the way of the awesome visuals.
Like how Spock's playing Connect 4 on the thing behind him.
Well, I ain't got anything else to do.
It's the Christmas decorations.
Not the weirdest Santa's Croc I've ever visited.
See?
It is the Borg. Listen, you dumb fuck. Spock's power level's way up here, and yours is way down here.
Spock spent all that time on Vulcan farming his aura.
That's right.
Just meditating, yeah.
His belt buckle is twice the size of yours, Decker.
Why are you so opposed to just like shooting at this random uninformed object? It's like, buddy, you from Starfleet or what?
We come in P, shoot that Cal.
McCoy's gone again. He just seems to wander on the bridge and wander off again. I never noticed that until now.
Dude, I love
really.
Dude, the director's cut should have the door open and there's Wesley, and then the door closes again.
Wesley, come on the bridge.
But pure logic.
Yeah, doesn't that presuppose a feeling?
Why do all of Nimoy's reads sound like lower quality?
He does. He sounds like he's got a cold or something.
Need a lozenge.
That's the contractual amount of effort he's willing to put in for this film.
No, there's the butt.
He's clenching.
Oh no, the sphincter's clenched. Yeah, that's what's in the little belt buckle. He opens it, he puts a little lozenge. He's like, I feel so much better now.
So why do they show that and then immediately cut to a giant opening?
No, it's the other side. They were looking behind before. So now they're going in.
Ah, I got it.
We're on the other side of the orifice now,
yes. Yeah. There's a secondary sphincter inside.
We're in the lower GI tract, Captain.
I'm not aware of that G.I. Joe character.
Oh, that line reading was horrible.
She was matching Ilea.
Look at him with his hands on his hips like he thinks he's someone.
I'm Hans Christian Andersen.
I won't be able to watch this movie again without our commentary on top.
Yeah.
Other ends, Decker.
Yeah.
I like the music here.
Mm. Why are all your screens off?
It's quickly all tabbed.
Well, he did just smash the
That's true,
console, so.
Big shots up between Sulu and DeFalco there.
Kicked in again.
No, he just shit himself on the bridge again.
I've explained why he hasn't stood up for like 3 minutes.
Gonna put up the defecation shields.
Oh, here we go. Here's Gene. This is pure Gene here.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this voice effect doesn't get annoying.
Bags of mostly water.
I've been upgraded with a speak and spell.
Her belly is an Etch-a-Sketch. You just shake her up and make you write something new on it.
No, woman.
No, that's a woman.
Medical tricorder.
I mean, this is very TOS. There's like Nomad and whatever, but
it is. You're right.
Yes, but what about the woman?
Yes, that's a tricorder. Yes, it's a mechanism. But...
Why does he have a fucking delta on his forehead?
It's in case he forgets
like
what organization he's part of.
He's got the dunce cap on. This is very changeling.
Hit join call.
All right, we've been over this.
I am the keymaster. We seek the gatekeeper.
Grok, please explain.
Kirk volunteers.
Not if Decker gets there first.
No, she's too old.
Wow. Well. Oh, 70 megabits.
Tensors.
Yes, the Vulcan pronunciation.
I kind of want to see her played by Schwarzenegger.
He could do it.
Yeah.
He could do it.
Get the good Austrian twang going.
Ah, so you're saying she's anatomically correct and fully functional.
She's able to lubricate. Thanks for that writing.
Yeah, I was gonna... Line?
Actually, if this was a romantic relationship from the original series, I could see it working.
Yeah.
Trust me, we checked. Yes, now she has an oath of celibacy, so you only can work out how that went.
What's with the fucking weird...
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Fuzzing on his arm, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Man, poor Persis.
He was pretty efficient when we were together.
Yeah, you
Actually, they should have put her on tiny little wheels so she didn't have to walk. She just kind of rolls everywhere. Here's the theme again.
Yeah. XCV 330.
Isn't I?
They have a giant Enterprise museum on board the ship.
This one's for bowling.
This one's for looking up your tunic.
Ski ball.
Let's play some tic-tac-toe.
Okay, you fucking nerd.
How about Warhammer 40k?
Yeah. We've spent the last 600 years just painting our figures. It has taken us so long because we keep buying new figures.
You have no idea how much primer we have used. No, well, what kind of game? Hmm?
Glass things.
It's called 2D chess. It's a retro game.
Bones. All right.
Wouldn't it be so wild if it was the what's the finger game they started playing that?
Strategy game, yeah.
She busted him up.
Sausage fingers, yeah.
Well, that was a hooch. Thanks.
She should have been barefoot in this instead of in heels. I wish she'd have gone for disgust instead of fascination and excitement.
Yeah, I mean, she's got striking features, but I think they just chose the wrong actress.
Well, no, but I mean, they killed his lover, and now it's like walking around in an Ilea suit. He should be a little bit repulsed by that.
Turns out that's his kink. No, come on.
This guy was meant to be our science officer, by the way.
Yeah. Actually, Kirk did him a favour. Sneaky Spock.
This looks like Batman's basement. He's got all those suits against the wall.
The skeleton of that woman who fell in the atomic reactor is in there.
I'd forgot about that.
Oh, more beige.
Man, Batman 66, man. What a fucking show.
Oh, nice.
Sam Kirk!
Sam!
Oh my god, it is!
Wait, why is Spock going down with him? What's going on below the screen?
This is the Vulcan butt meld.
Jeez. He would never cheat on Kirk.
Would be free, just like Photoshop a do-rag onto her.
Wait, why the fuck is she wearing this? What is...
To trigger her memories, to try and...
Oh, God. Okay, but it's not Ilea, so what are we triggering here?
Well, because it's got memory patterns from Ilea, yeah.
It's like the data in B4. You know, keep it contemporary for you.
We, Leo, comrade. Dude, they didn't give McCoy enough to do in this movie.
He's got nothing to do.
He's the Gates McFadden of this movie.
Some of the music gets a little bit Raiders of the Lost Arky.
He's like, that's okay with me if it's a mechanism.
I can work with this.
It won't ask me to cuddle after.
Keep going. No, okay. Ilea also wore this, and it's just like a Ronald McDonald costume.
It's a giant banana. Decker puts on a big Concord grape suit.
Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where you at?
Wait, what? This is a little random jump.
Well, now that the butt meld has been completed.
I guess they did show him knocking the guy out, but...
So slick.
Oh, we what the dubbed this too.
Did we? Oh god, we did, didn't we? I can forget about
I think we did,
You
yeah.
fake fan.
I fucking made it as well.
What? Okay. We're given one line to each of the...
Yep. So you've got to justify those also starring credits.
Use the grappler.
Yeah.
Indulge him. It's like, this seems like a really bad idea, Captain.
Oh. Spock's never been emotionally wrong before.
I never.
Look at the size of that fucking thruster. Holy cow.
Got that Batman 1989 Batmobile going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's lifting his knees, assuming the position.
Fast and Furious 10 incoming.
Will he make it?
Da 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 da.
Oh, but it's closed.
Da 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 da.
This is a cool bit. I like this bit.
It's ribbed for Spock's pleasure.
When relieved of its bulk, Spock becomes a formidable weapon.
See, you can talk about things.
Yeah.
You can use dialogue to express ideas to the audience. Isn't that wild?
So the people who have closed their eyes and fallen asleep at this point will have some idea what's going on when they wake up.
Spock hits it, and he just like hear like a and it's like a giant fly zapper.
This movie is just all wormholes from start to finish.
Yep. Well, speaking of holes,
orange stars, purple hearts, pink clovers.
So this is the most emotion Spock shows all movie when he's
not quite yet, but getting there. Yeah.
I mean, to this point, this is the most emotion.
Oh yeah.
When he's studying science.
Well, nothing gets Spock more emotional than that.
You know, Gene wanted to put that somewhere else.
All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman, a giant woman. Excuse me, I'm epileptic.
Yeah. Spock sees something, must meld with it.
Also, mind melding through the suit, like, okay.
No, he's not a touch telepath.
Kirk has to go there too for some reason. He's like, you know, they have shuttles.
No. Could you just beam him aboard?
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it.
I mean, this whole movie is, couldn't they just... ...
A little bit.
It's not how inertia works in space.
Fine.
Yes, they should tumble together.
For eternity.
Oh, don't worry, that's later. Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, there's a cut.
I doubt it was that quick and yes. Large build-up of earwax.
It's a doohickey in his ear, and she can see his whole brain.
Bring in the Vulcan expert. Where's Mega?
In a better episode. Oh, it's not the best scene in the movie.
Borg. Except the Borg are androids, so it doesn't count.
Yes.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. It cannot reproduce, Captain.
Make love to me, Jim.
I mean,
Poop pee.
What?
Dude, her nails are so long.
One long Coke one, too.
there's only so much movie left.
Speed it up. Drugs. Get him up.
Also 9.
Paracetamol.
And yeah, there's a director's cut thing. You actually see the ship now.
I've seen Bad Dragon sell that.
Oh man, stars. Oh, I'll take one ILEA probe, please.
You do not have the right to call him Jim.
Yeah. And who is the creator? He got dressed quick.
Yeah, for real.
Radio.
All we hear is Radio Gaga.
Voyager killed the radio star.
Better kill all humans.
This is a little bit too clean. I don't like the special edition stuff there.
Love it.
You need the cloud, do you? It does kind of look like a vape pen, actually, now you said it. I want a Vija vape pen, that'd be great. I don't even vape, but I would if they made one in the Vija style.
And you can make your own cloud.
Exactly.
But
how many astronomical units in diameter?
Nope, it's the Vogons.
Better start reciting
that highway.
Yeah, better start reciting some poetry.
Yeah.
Oh, crunch ugly.
They're targeting the surface of the oceans. Wait, shit, wrong movie. Fuck. Well, at least they did the service of the Christmas lights getting put up.
Well, kind of are.
A little
bit. Yeah, I forgot just how much of this is lifted from Changeling.
Yeah. Are you true? I'm true. It's a product of AI learning.
Oh.
No wonder it's faulty.
My ass is falling asleep. Can we move this along?
Keep the Falcon hasn't finished her arc yet. Hands her an iPad with some Fortnite and Roblox on it.
I was going to try and make some Minecraft joker there, but I couldn't bring out quick enough.
I mean, I think if you ask most human children if they wanted to.
Spoke was just like, right, whatever, but yeah, let's go on up.
Thank you for that valuable contribution there, Leonard.
Suddenly, Decker's much more interested in it.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, I'm not going to stop making them. Fucking pedo. Fuck you, Decker.
I was waiting for Decker to be like, you don't know that.
No.
Uh-oh.
Shan't.
A little Shaw
there. Overwhelming illogic aimed directly at V'ger. Oh, it's stormy seas. Look at it rock.
It's called Running Away.
That was a good cue to sort everyone to brace then. How many people is that turbo lift rated for?
Enough.
2,000 pounds. You should just go and step on the turbo lift.
carbon units will deploy the Corbomite device.
Yeah. Let's blow it up.
Now back to the wall.
I kind of really want the guy from the Children Shall Lead to just be the guy in the in the center of it all.
Oh, the Gorgon.
The Gorgon, that's it. I kind of love that Spock is always correcting Decker in this. It's just like Decker says something, Spock's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Well, no, he was supplementing information.
Nah.
I still don't know why they don't just have an actual effect for the tractor beam, though.
Wait another 15 minutes till something happens.
I was thinking I would wing it.
No, how'd the turbo lift?
Duty station.
You like cards too.
Mr. Spock, do you have a card analogy, or should we move on?
Mark.
Well done.
Mark. Oh, there's Mr. Big Head back on the bridge.
Riff raff, yep.
Fucking useful you were in this episode.
T-005,
Sure.
oh shit, they're going to cancel Enterprise.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at her checking him out.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that another one of his love interests?
I love it when you engineer. Choo-choo.
Mark.
Mark.
Oh, way.
I would like to introduce you to my friend, Mark.
Wait a minute, Chekhov? Chewbacca? Mark!
Nothing has changed.
Star Wars left and right. Yeah, she's a snack. They should have shown us more DeFalco in this.
I don't know, man. She can't act, so I don't want to see more of her.
I don't care about that. Neither can Princess Kambata. Come on.
Like, all right, Gene.
Just think, if they remade this, they could put Gal Gadot in as
Oh.
Xylia.
How about
Spock,
we don't
no.
bring any scientists in here, please?
Hard pass.
Chekhov, no.
Beecher, I need you to give me the stone.
But why was Spock crying?
So this is what it feels like when Spocks cry.
Got a touch of that Bendai syndrome.
Yeah. Hey, we can do that episode next. Dan, you're up.
Yes. Oh, man. That'll leave me a wreck.
I'm
I
going
need to
to
show V'ger such tenderness.
Needs a red hot Decker.
That's what I'm asking myself right now.
What did we pay $4.50 for this? $1979, of course.
Yeah, how much would that have been? Like 50 cents back then?
Yeah, matinees were 50 cents for sure.
Buck 25 maybe.
Kind of a steal, even still. Well, maybe not for this movie, but
I don't hate it so far.
it's happening.
At least it's not
Like
another
the
wormhole.
DS9.
DS9, yeah. Next to the wormhole.
They lead right into like The Visitor or something. I'm like, this fucking movie rocks.
It's real.
It's AM
UPN on
shortwave,
Fridays.
Spock is like Mr. Exposition, this film, really, isn't he?
He's the only one who knows what's going on, yeah.
And like a whole hour of this movie is just a bottle episode in the bridge. This is kind of wearing on me here.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's not much more left. Oh my.
Give it to Uhura for once. Let her
No.
be in control.
No.
Shot.
That's a nice shot. I like that.
Is he building a bridge to them? Oh yeah, that's really cool. I remember
like
this.
that
Yeah.
too. Pretty cool.
Why couldn't we've had this the entire movie?
That was a random torpedo.
What's that TNG-Q episode where they beam onto the hull? Amanda Rogers and Q?
True
yeah,
Q.
True Q?
Yeah.
That was a great shot.
Yeah. Nice shadowing.
Oh, I'd say Vija, like I'm gonna like trip and what are you guys wearing?
Dude, those are fucking ugly as hell.
The only thing kind of really compares to it is in the Final Frontier when they wear the really ugly sort of beige versions of the Monster Maroons.
Yeah. Someone's gonna fall and trip and hurt themselves.
Yeah, where's the safety rail?
They look like they're wearing half a Snuggie. Get that shit off.
Kind of want to see the TOS infomercial for Snuggies now.
Don't know, I bet there'll be an AI thing for it.
It's them roasting marshmallows in the Final Frontier in their little beige suits.
Got them marshmallows.
Row your boat.
Get it down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily.
Dude, Worf is on the other side of V'ger trying to like disengage the lock so they can.
Oh my god, it is, isn't it? Yes.
Hawk's body is floating right above them right now.
Those big cargo pockets too. That's hilarious.
They are a tiny bit reminiscent of the Cage uniforms, like the jackets.
I'm seeing it. Yeah.
I doubt that was intentional because like they were still kind of pretending the Cage didn't really happen apart from the menagerie, but
yeah, they don't canonize it to the 90s, do they?
Don't think so. Yeah, because that's when you first get your actual. Well, you get references to Pipe before that, but
I mean, obviously the menagerie does, but yeah, that's
yeah.
You don't get a full proper release till the 90s.
Okay, that's when it was first released. Yeah, that would make sense then. Yeah, because in terms of like direct follow up, you'd be looking at like Disco, but
yeah.
God, I could be watching Discovery season 2 right now.
I'm just glad they went somewhere.
Yeah, they went to Earth, and then they went to V'ger, and then they went here. Vinegar.
It is not. It is not a legal Scrabble word.
Vagina.
Oh no!
I wanted him to like lick his thumb and start rubbing at it.
That is Gene's original script.
See, in the like in the 70s, like when the Voyager probes launched, that was like fucking huge shit.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, 95.
Defunded.
7 whole series of it. Really in game now, Cook.
Yeah, I like that sound.
I do like this pulse
Wobble.
noise.
Yeah. Surprised that hasn't been sampled for something yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some dubstep there, right there.
Sounds like my belly after the lasagna I just ate.
Kind of got a General Ortega vibe about her. Like Wednesday Addams a little bit.
Or just nothing from a bad actress. That could be it too.
I was going to say deer in the headlights look, but you know.
Yeah.
What do they call them now?
A black hole.
I mean,
Some kind of black
that's
hole?
not born right now.
Decker's got such nice guy vibes. She doesn't want to encourage him at this point.
Yeah.
Overtired. Coming in the clutch.
Hey,
The
look,
2 hour
the
mark.
good part of the movie.
Made it in time for the review.
It's a living thing. What a terrible thing to lose. I love that Viola. It's a great track. That's so good.
It is good.
Cunit.
Oh shit, 5 minutes.
I forgot the Apple Watch. That's kind of cool.
I'm sorry, I thought I'd do it slowly, but you know.
Oh no, there would be like about
Ursula.
There would be like a load of guys on Earth. I'd be into that.
There's like one guy with like a ham radio and
yeah,
Appalachia.
definitely.
It's just like, wait, what the fuck?
Voyager 6? That got lost in a red hole.
So I think spewing time back into the universe.
What does God need with a response code?
1847 lock.
87888 Charlie 5217865.
See, I thought you'd like this part, Dan. This is very Doctor Who.
It is, yeah. But not the best parts. Gee, I wonder who it will be.
No. Well, bang, okay.
What is this? Why does she keep randomly giving longing looks to Decker in the middle of this?
Because there's no other dialogue to fill time with. I tell you what, this lighting's perfect for a rave, though.
If we did the last 5 minutes for this movie, it'd be like the last 35 minutes.
We could do a page 1 rewrite.
We're controlling transmission.
Why does he look at boss-eyed there? He's just excited because he's going to get laid in a minute.
To hug that mountain. That mountain.
To make love to that feature.
Time to movie end. No? Okay.
It's time for a conference.
Huddle. Ask Q. I mean, I'm sure you met like 10 of them while you were in TOS. Just like shoves Decker toward it.
I mean, didn't it already grab Ilea?
Yeah.
I mean, she's dealt him, but whatever.
No, I think it does specifically want human.
No cock blocking, Kirk.
Wow. Yeah.
He's never been more attracted to her.
No, you don't.
You actually don't. You have no idea.
He doesn't
Why
have
would
the
you know?
Enterprise. He doesn't have anything.
That's true.
Well, he doesn't have Ilea either, so. Sure, this is as close as you're going to get to a character arc in this movie.
Let's test out that endocrine system.
Love a lady with a functioning endocrine system.
Dude, if they've abducted Chekhov instead of Ilea, the ending of this would be way different.
Spaceman.
Yeah, he's a Twilight vampire.
Oh god. This is the skin of a killer.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's John Doe from TNG.
You're not wrong. He looks like he's about to join ABBA.
Yeah, this kind of music video quality, isn't it?
Yeah. Little did we know, gentlemen, that only Stephen Collins was, like, capable and worthy of ascending.
It turns out the fifth element was love.
Fifth element's good.
Multipass.
God, I'm just thinking about like the opera sequence right now, and it's like, fuck, I could be watching that.
Or you could be watching Section 31.
I'm gonna dodge that as long as I can. See, here's the thing: you should have put it on your draft because then we would have had to.
We'd already watched it. That's
no.
the problem.
Ah, there you go. I
already
dodge
did
it
it
for a long.
I found willing victims.
You know what? You know what? We'll make it a goal on a charity stream.
Oh, I like that.
What's that?
Watch Section 31.
We'll make it a goal for a charity stream to do Section 31. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
I'm sure that there'll be no side effects, more like cosmic radiation splattering all over Earth.
That'll be fine.
That's a beautiful shot.
That's how you get eugenics.
I do like that meld from the big ring explosion to the saucer of the Enterprise. That's a nice little transition.
Mm.
That is a good fucking theme. You got to admit.
It is.
Yeah.
Just keep playing it.
He must have run back to the ship so quick. Oh, he's coat boy. You give him the coat.
Money penny.
I hope not. I don't want to become Stephen
Possibly
Collins.
not, though.
Well, given who the father was, maybe not.
This is so da 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 da.
Yeah.
Dude, you fed it Decker. It's going to be a shit kid, let's be honest.
A what?
Interrogative.
Interrogative.
Oh, he's captain now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are also here.
This is so... Whatever.
Don't fuck it up this time.
Sir Warp Factor 1. Fuck off.
Beauty shot. See you in regular one, folks.
Yep. See you in a much better movie.
Yes, the motion picture crawled so that Wrath of Khan could kick it out of the way and be a proper movie.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Hey, xylophones are back.
True hero of the series.
It's happened in like half an hour.
The human adventure is just beginning.
Okay, that's cute. I like that.
Everybody bone.
All right, won't suffer with the subtitles. I'm gonna have a wee, and then we will do review.
I am also going to do that.
That's a good idea. We have been sat here for 2 hours, so
let's all wee.
Little wee. We'll do it in batches so the stream's not like dead.
Listen. You know what? The human urine adventure is just beginning.
That's true. Oh, that's been quite interesting watching that with you guys. Oh, stars are gone. But yeah, we'll get on to that. I can close some windows now.
Yeah, also, sorry, just like a momentary break here.
Oh yeah, hang on. How about? They should have had that playing in various pauses. What did Auto say we were going to do next? I need to bring up the draft list again because I can't remember what we had on there. I thought we had Insurrection on the draft list, but maybe we didn't. Hang, where is it? What's the board? Where's the board? Oh god, this is all colours and episodes. I don't know what's on here. Oh, the Final Frontier is on here. Someone did pick it, so we do have that there. Frank picked it. Oh yeah, Frank picked it.
I have a version of The Final Frontier where a fan in New England somewhere made a Mystery Science Theater fan kind of dub of the movie.
Oh wow.
This was like years ago, like 20 years ago, and I still have a copy of it, but it's absolutely hilarious. They did a great job with it. They even did the little puppet show interludes in between and stuff. They made their own puppets.
Oh wow. I'd love to see that.
Makes the movie very watchable.
It stars.
It's me.
It's you.
Over time, I would have like thrown my hands up and shouted "we," but it would have made like aiming a little bit more tricky.
Right, I'll be back.
It's like a fire hose.
Well, that wasn't as bad as I feared. It wasn't as great as I hoped.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Like you know what it is? It's I always forget just how dialogue sparse it is. Like it's actually there's so little talking in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like well, I don't know, maybe I'm misjudging it, but I feel like we're all gonna be clamoring for the same like 2 or 3 scenes as something like that we're gonna mark as a standout because there's not a lot else to talk about. But I feel like we're doing the equivalent of like having snacks before we eat our dinner. We're preempting the review, but that's fine.
Yes.
Idle got a hard sell ahead of him. I'm curious to see what he. You know, I'm curious. What did this get from the IMDb rating? I pinned
6.7, I think 6.5 or something.
So this was rated to be
better than a lot of Discovery. Yes.
It's rated better than a...
The Romulan Rubber Ducky!
Idle, does it bother you that Turnabout Intruder is rated higher than the motion picture?
I'd need to rewatch Turnabout Intruder, but yes, it kind of does a little bit.
No, you don't.
It's on the list. I put it there.
It's
okay.
On the list. Yeah, you did this yourself.
Hang on, I need to find out where I put the right button. Okay, let's do this. Yes, we have just finished watching Star Trek The Motion Picture. We have been here for the last 2 hours watching the cinematic masterpiece that was that.
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. No, sorry.
Okay.
The cinematic movie, Star Trek I, the motion picture.
The cinematic piece. Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen. Yeah, we've just finished watching. We watched specifically the director's edition, so that was remastered. I can't remember when. It's like 2009, something like that. And there were a few differences. There was definitely. I heard some positive words when I was watching it for you guys because I was fully expecting a full horde of slating, which I'm sure will soon come. But this was my draft pick from the draft. So this was released on the 7th of December 1979. So if you're not aware of the convoluted history of the motion picture and how it came to be after Phase 2 was cancelled, I very much recommend going to the Roddenberry archive and watching their Phase 2 documentary on there, as well as a few other ones. It's a really in-depth look at sort of how the production of the original series was starting to come back, and people saying, let's do a TV show, and then they went, actually no, let's do a movie, and then things spiral forward. So we won't go into that complete history here. But this was directed by Robert Wise, who's better known for other things, including West Side Story, The Andromeda Strain, The Day the Earth Stood Still, and also from 1944, The Curse of the Cat People. Maybe not as well known, but that tickled my fancy when I was reading through IMDb on it. He was also a Saturn and Hugo Award winner. I've actually misspelled that on my notes. He's a Saturn and Huge Award winner. That's meant to be Hugo. The story was done by Alan Dean Foster. Alan Dean Foster is very much known as a novelist, having done a lot of Star Trek Trek logs and novelizations of this film, as well as 2009 Into Darkness, and just a very sort of prolific writer in his own right, to the point where he had to actually fight with a tribunal against Gene Roddenberry to try and get a writing credit on this film, because as Gene Roddenberry is, he did a usual amount of script fiddling to try and get his way on the script and his credits.
Yeah, Alexander Courage knows a lot about that, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Screenplay itself was done by Harold Livingston, who was a creative producer just for Phase 2, but sort of transferred over here, who did some stuff for Mission Impossible, which starred Leonard Nimoy, and Barbary Coast, which starred William Shatner, which I have absolutely no knowledge of until I read it on Memory Alpha just now, but I've never heard of the Barbary Coast. Gentlemen, how are we feeling about Star Trek the Motion Picture? The first film well, actually, if you don't count Section 31, but we don't really count that as anything. The first film that we have reviewed on this channel, the first Star Trek film.
All right. I'm going to take the lead on here. So this is not only Idol's draft pick, but his first round draft pick. So I am suspending all my broad shots at this. I respect how much you love this movie. I feel like I need to watch it again, actually, because there's a lot in here that I think takes a while to sink in, to understand why they did certain things, certain reactions, certain acting choices. But for a motion picture, I think it fits. Very sweeping. I mean, the visuals are the thing that stand out, not only the big space shots, but you know, when they're actually on V'ger, that set, the little bridge dissolving, when they switch to red and show everything in the background, like almost every shot is a unique, interesting view on things. And so, you know, I'll let Dan and Stars slag on it. I'm not here for that today. I think it's an interesting movie, and one that I don't think even though I've seen a couple times, still have appreciated fully. But I think it does fit in the number one slot as they jump to the silver screen.
Yeah, this isn't your summer blockbuster. This is a statement. This is a comfort movie. You know, just watching it with y'all and having the time to reflect on what's happening in between the lines, you know, it kind of worked. It was certainly a little bit padded and drawn out in spots. We pointed out a couple of areas where it was a little bit tough to get through, but I think on the majority they used the blank space effectively. And that's kind of strange to say for something that was following up on Star Wars, which was absolutely just action, you know, thrill a minute. And so this is a really very bold proclamation that Star Trek is still in it for the relationships in the story, and not necessarily the spectacle. And a lot of this movie was special effects shots. You know, without the visuals, it'd be a very short movie. Because I think the teleplay is probably maybe 3 or 4 pages. So, you know, there's.
I will say that two films that were probably directly inspirational, like theming and pacing wise, were probably Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and also 2001: A Space Odyssey, which was also a very drawn, long film with a lot of emphasis on effects and model work. I think that was probably the closest relation. They probably went, hey, what can we get this kind of style for Star Trek that might work? Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, modern science fiction was finding its footing. You're right, and so this is it's a transitional piece, and there's elements to be respected from coming out of the '60s, and you have to remember too that even in the era, we still had. Even on TV, Battlestar Galactica, just, you know, a very kind of methodical and I'd say slower paced show. You know, there's a lot of action that they managed to get in there to work up to the commercial breaks. But for a movie to take this approach, I think is really brave, and it was interesting to watch. And in hindsight, after one of my favorite series is Next Generation, no secret there. And it takes its time too, in the same way that this movie does. So I find it hard to really hate on the pacing of this movie when it's something I appreciate so much about Next Generation. I've held the floor enough. Stars, you go. So.
So I will say that this has easily been the most enjoyable time I've seen the motion picture. That's not just because of the company. It is also because the director's cut, despite apparently being 4 minutes longer, does not feel longer than it does really feel noticeably trimmed down compared to the theatrical cut. I had to look at some of the stuff that they added back in and what they cut, and it's like they made the correct choices, I think. and this did move more sprightly than the original. That being said, I still would not classify it as a fast film. And it is interesting that, like, yeah, it is a transitional piece because you're moving from the original Battlestar Galactica into a space where Alien came out the same year, Star Wars had come out 2 years beforehand, and Empire Strikes Back was like a year or two away. We hadn't yet had Aliens. Like, it's in a weird sort of like space where sci-fi was still very much a niche product enjoyed by nerds and didn't really have as much, I'd say, cross-market appeal as it does now, certainly, or even back in like the 80s. That being said, I think it still has a lot of the same issues of. You mentioned, it's not as much on spectacle. I think it kind of is a spectacle, but just of a different kind. I think 2001: Space Odyssey is the most applicable comparison. I think that was like explicitly what they were going for. But I think that 2001 is just made by someone who kind of has a very specific vision of what they want the cinematic language to convey.
That's good.
Like, it wants you to feel tension and a lack of comprehension, and everything is very stark and very, like, the visual language is unquestionable, but you have to take a little while to really let it sink in. Whereas here, it's like I kind of comprehended a lot of what was going on almost instantly. Okay, cool, we're passing through thresholds, we're moving inside an organism, and then it's like, cool. And it's one of those things, yeah, it was improved by the director's cut. There were definitely like sequences that were less stately, is the word I'll use.
You're being so diplomatic. Like, I've never heard this. Usually you go for a full, like, this was... I feel like you're holding back. There's something inside you here.
Oh, I'll get into the nitty gritty of it, because like I'm trying to do a compliment sandwich here. Okay. It's a case of, I think it is slow, but it's an intentional choice it's making. And I will say that in terms of the competing visions of what sci-fi should be at the end of the 80s and the beginning of the at the end of the 70s and beginning of the 80s, I can see why this was a vision that was offered. That being said, I'm glad it was not the vision that was ultimately chosen for the for the cultural media landscape, as it were, because I think this is kind of outmoded in a lot of ways. This is still very much of the 60s and of the 70s, and it just doesn't quite hold up in my mind.
It's interesting. Like, I keep coming back to why I like this film so much for myself. Because you're right, you know, there are, and watching this with you guys, and it's always that thing, like, you know, when you play a song to someone, like, no, the good bit's coming, just wait, here comes a good bit, 2 minutes in, you're like, there it is, and they're just like, oh yeah, great, bye. And it kind of felt like a bit like that with certain scenes in this. I was just like, yeah, I know this is a bit long, and like this the awkward part where the little shuttle pod's taking a good 60 seconds to do a 3-point turn before it comes back,
that was hilarious.
other little bits like that, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I can see why people, you know, say this is like a bit of a slog to get through. There are some like choices where they just spend too much time on shots to, whether it's to extend, it doesn't feel like they're doing it to extend runtime. It just feels like Dan said, it's a bit more of an experiment to play in that space. The other thing I think as well is, like, you know, this is this early sci-fi cinema, but we're also talking about, you know, we haven't seen Star Trek in probably nearly a decade at this point, or, you know, coming up to. It's been a while. It's a big event. Star Trek's really hit its stride with sort of like the second run of its shows, getting a second wind, and people coming and seeing the spectacle. Yeah, a lot of people were probably disappointed because of how it went, but there's probably people very excited just to see these guys on the screen, and like coming back to seeing Shatner coming back and just being Kirk. There was no hesitation. Straight away, he came on, he was Kirk. Spock was Spock. McCoy, the same characters. There was no... it didn't feel like it was a retcon or a redo. They were just these same characters in a different space. And it was a gorgeous, very good visual space. I love... you know, we were bragging on it a little bit as we were watching it, but like, I love when they do the fly-throughs over Vija, or when they're going through the clouds, you know, just little bits of parts where it feels very alien, it feels very unknown, and to, you know, I've spoken about this before when we've spoken about the motion picture, but Star Trek is at its best is when it pushes a little bit of the boundaries at times, and when it does a little bit of the, you know, advanced science is like magic to people, but in this way it feels like it's a little bit more earned, because this, you know, they kind of go through a bit more of like, oh, it's they explain it a little bit better, and this is just a very advanced being that's very much a threat through a misunderstanding, and it turns out to be the human journey after all. I could go on for quite some time about this, but would you like to know?
It's your choice, so you wax as long as you want.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I just love this film. This film, because we can talk about box office here, because we haven't actually been able to talk about that before. This did very well. This actually broke records at the time for getting the most amount of profit for the time. Domestically, it made over $82 million. Worldwide is $139 million. After inflation, that's $370 million, which is on the same level as Passion of the Christ, Spider-Man 2, The Batman, Return of the King. So, very profitable film. On a budget of only 35, I say only 35 million. That was a huge amount at the time. It's one of,
I was going to say like that. That's a lot.
Nowadays, that's just like they spend that on like one episode of The Mandalorian or whatever. But
that's right.
Well, I mean, so if you check out Memory Alpha's page on this movie, it's the longest one I've seen personally. It's just pages and pages and pages of all the behind the scenes. One of the things they talk about are all the different accounting numbers they used, anywhere from 15 to 50 million. The latter number includes. Yeah. All the phase 2 stuff that got scrapped, but they ended up using some of it, and they just rolled that into the accounting number for the movie. So, to 20 to 25 is like the ballpark of what they ended up settling on, but I've heard lots of numbers in that regard.
We were talking a lot about it as well.
And the thing is...
Oh, sorry, go on.
No. Yeah, I was going to say, so I think that in terms of the movie's look... everything is a very deliberate choice. There is very little that looks like cheaper because it was like half-assed. I think everything is a distinct aesthetic choice, and certain aspects of it have aged really, really well. I think like the actual Rec Room set and like the very clean, open look of that is very neat. I love all the miniature work, obviously. The bridge with like just a change in lighting becomes the Wrath of Khan bridge, which I think it speaks to a good design. It's just if it needs a bit of change in lighting. But there are certain aesthetic choices that do not hold up, which is stuff like the costumes.
Yeah.
And it's just like I could rag on the costumes if I wanted to, but I think it's plainly that they just don't work. They don't look particularly interesting. They look very drab. But what struck me most is that even though they had improved the pacing in this director's cut, it's still so dialogue sparse. There are so many scenes where characters are reacting to things. We assume, having thoughts about what they're going through and what this means for the human experience, but they don't really articulate most of it. And it's a case of, do I expect incredibly deep philosophical questions from Chekhov? No, not necessarily. That's not really his role. He's a security officer. He's a tactical guy.
Absolutely, I will not interfere with it.
But here's the thing, right? Is having different perspectives and different people chiming in on what they think they're seeing is half the fun of Star Trek. It's like, we always make fun of the tendency of TNG to just like shout conference whenever you don't know what to do in a scene so you can move the plot along. But those scenes are always great because it's turning your principal cast into a brain and they're all working out what's going on. And we have most of our principal cast on the bridge. In fact, McCoy repeatedly keeps on coming up to the bridge.
He comes up, he leaves, he comes back up again.
And it's like, well, the entire reason that I think people respond, part of the reason that people responded to TOS so strongly back in the day was because you had a lot of people like having very, very strong opinions about things, like Kirk and Spock's relationship, and then Spock and McCoy's relationship. Like the trio is like arguably the binding glue that makes TOS work, and the trio don't interact all that much in this movie.
We get like one scene, really, don't we, when Spock first comes on board. That's kind of the best
2
point.
or 3, and it's like the TOS, like the worst TOS movies, which I think is this and Final Frontier, both make them the choice of, we're going to separate these characters out, and then when they bring them together, like Final Frontier, what's the best part of Final Frontier? It's the bit where they're all talking and like going through the cyborg like experience, which is like sounds like a band. And it's because you want to see them all talk about it and come at it from their own perspectives and with their own histories and their own pains, which is like the key to Final Frontier. And it's like here, I don't know what McCoy really thinks about a lot of all this. He just kind of goes, "It's a baby, it's a living machine," and it's just like, well, tell me, like, elaborate on that. What do you think about this as a doctor? Do you think that like this thing has like a life of its own? Does it like what kind of? A lot of this is all just like shoved into the last 10 minutes, and it would have been like more interesting to, even if it's the wrong idea, just throw out an idea so that I can assume that there's something going on behind the eyes, because as it is, it's a lot of people just going.
There were a lot of reaction shots, definitely.
Yeah, Stars, you've sidled up to something that's my one main overt criticism of the movie. So we rightly criticize all the time Star Trek and other shows that will tell and not show. Here's a movie that is all show. The entire thing is just showing, but the only thing they're showing is just model shots. And then when we need somebody to explain what the hell we're looking at and what we're experiencing and what we're going through, instead we just get people restating the obvious. And exposition virtually non-existent through the middle half of the film. We just are kind of exploring it, and it was a concession, right? There's a sense of wonder to this film. This is what Star Trek brings to the table: is exploration, wonder, the unknown. And so in trying to, I think, capture that for the movie and let the audience experience what the bridge is experiencing, it's okay for a certain amount of time, but after the 45 minutes just standing on the bridge bolt upright looking at a view screen, it's like, all right, well, we're doing the same thing. We're sitting in the damn audience looking at the movie screen trying to figure out what the hell's going to happen next, and you're not giving us any sort of clue whatsoever. It was just going through orifice after orifice after wormhole after wormhole. And it's just, man, Overtired in chat rightly called out, this is a phase 2 script that was just stretched out. You think about a 42-minute script stretched out to 2 hours and 13 minutes. And wow, I mean, that's an awful lot of padding, and we certainly got it. So.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where, like you mentioned, we're being put in the perspective of the crew of the main cast. But the problem is that I am not a scientist. I am not a security officer. I am not a comms officer. I am not a fully trained Starfleet officer who would be presumably trained to give an opinion on these things from any of these different perspectives. And instead, they're all just sitting there as slack-jawed as I am, waiting for something to happen. And it's just like, that's not really what I want out of my cinema. I want my characters to act intelligently and to throw out ideas and at least look like they're thinking. And it's all just kind of thrown onto Spock. Spock is just given every line of exposition. Like, think of, like, even just in Undiscovered Country, like, I know that, like, Shatner by that point was clawing every line he could off of anyone else, but at least Uhura gets to say, well, at least that's the thing's got to have a tailpipe. There is no moment like that in this, really, where someone has a moment of inspiration of, oh, this is what it is. It's like the closest you get is Kirk rubbing off some oil grease that's on Voyager's like nameplate and realizing, and even then, the rest of it has to be kind of handheld to him. It's just.
Speaking of, oh, sorry, go on, Otto, you go first.
Let me try to pull this all together, because I think we all have similar impressions of this aspect of the movie. Idle, you said the people came to the theater to watch the relationships, their heroes. And that's true. I mean, that's the main criticism that Nimoy had of the movie is we didn't feel like we got around to the relationships that made the original series. Stars, you said, and I pulled up the transcript.
Don't wait for the translation.
Self-referential like a big douche. But when we did Corbomite Maneuver, you said, which side of Star Trek do you come down on? The high-concept sci-fi exploration of the unknown, like the motion picture, or human interaction through a space naval lens, like Wrath of Khan? And you can do both. When I watch certain episodes of Strange New Worlds, especially this last season, it's like, okay, they're stripping out all of the high concept sci-fi they can to squeeze in more human drama interaction. But you can't, but then this one goes in the opposite direction where, like you said, people are saying nothing and we're just enjoying the sci-fi, and it's like, you got to have a balance. And a lot of people have said, oh, it's too much of the shots, too much of the exterior, too much of the visuals. I don't think it is. I think it's just not enough of the other. And when we watched, Spock is in his little booster seat and he's about to fly into the anus. And Stars said, he's narrating as he's going, and Stars was like, well, where was this earlier? You can have the narration, the inner monologues as we're going through this thing. You can still have the people enjoy the visual that you paid for, but hold our hand just a little bit. I mean, you don't need to dumb anything down, but hold our hand as we go through it. Let the voices be heard. And I think, instead of going, it's not really a teeter-totter. You don't want to go all the way in the other end. Just give with both hands, because you can. I mean, the best parts for me were the Kirk, Spock, McCoy. I hate to be reductive, but like, I need you, and like, all right, I watched 3 seasons plus the last 10 years while it's been in cancellation. I love these characters. This is what I want. Give us a little bit of that with all the high concept stuff, and kind of try to blend it together.
You invoke Strange New Worlds, and I think that's a really great comparison here, because in Strange New Worlds, especially in season 2, one of the things that really made that season excel was how they would present a concept and do 2 or 3 variations on that theme. Lost in Translation, a great example of 3 different groups: the engineering group, the bridge group, and the away group, all learning how to communicate in their own ways. And we didn't have that. There were no away teams. There was no divide and solve a problem. It was all just everybody standing around waiting for somebody else to do something, and we just didn't get any of that insight. And there was one small glimmer of development that happened in sickbay when Spock is recovering from his experience, and he has this self-actualization and realization. And this is the high point in the movie, because it's the only real character development that we get. And it's the only time in the movie where we actually understand that there is a variation on the theme, that Voyager's journey of self-actualization and connecting with humanity is Spock's journey. But we only got like maybe 4 minutes, maybe even less, in the sick bay of him acting like the Spock we know and love from the original series, before he's right back on the bridge, standing bolt upright, just delivering lines again. And what a missed opportunity that was. I mean, that should have been the beating heart of this movie, is Spock's journey from trying to purge all emotion to embracing it again. And instead, it's a footnote, and what a shame.
It is.
Well, I will say, I do feel like that moment kind of, his character does take a turn, and it starts, back when he's in sickbay, the emotion, and he drops a little bit of the extreme Vulcan stoicism, which makes sense in the first half. He's come back from Vulcan, and I think that is kind of the turning point, but it's not accentuated enough.
Yeah, I think like it took me a couple of watches of this, and as you know, I've watched this film a few times, to sort of like, you pick up these various points, especially if you're watching on your own or you're sort of casually watching it, and you don't realise that it's a little bit of Spock's journey, it's the human journey, it's about evolution, it's about finding yourself. He's just trying to find himself, and it could have been a Kirk story. It could have been very much more of a Spock story. It's not even really a Kirk story, even though it starts off as it, because he kind of has his little bit of confrontation with Decker. It's not even really a Decker story either, because he kind of comes out of nowhere, gets a bit pissy, and then ascends to godhood. You're right. It takes a few. You realise that actually you want a little bit more of that, and that actualization of Spock at the end, kind of going like, "Oh yeah, I finally understand." After all these sort of weirdly unexplained telepathic moments, but who knows? Vulcans are freaky like that. That's just what they're into. I kind of do concur on a lot of these points. A fun random aside, I've been doing a little project recently that Otto knows all about, that I've been doing word counts.
I know that you've been doing it. I don't know why you've been doing it.
I don't know why I've been doing it either. I've got a fun word. Fun fact, this is the second least spoken of the Star Trek movies. To believe it or not, there is less dialogue in one other Star Trek film. Do you know which one that is? What film do you think has less dialogue than this one?
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah. I might have told you. Sorry?
Is it 09?
It's not 09.
Can't be, no. It's got to be Search for Spock?
Correct. It is The Search for Spock.
Really?
It has less dialogue than this film. It has that has 5,959 words, and this has 6,690. More fun word facts will be coming throughout the show. In the meantime, gentlemen, I want to hear your...
Bread.
What was your bread of the episode? Let's start with you, Otto. Otto, you haven't talked enough. I need to hear you talk more.
Actually, I had a couple points to make, but you've moved us along.
Oh, no. Feel free. Incorporate into your bread. That's your assignment.
I'll get back to it after the bread. Gosh, I haven't... Like I said, I kind of feel unequipped to discuss this without... I feel like I should just watch it again because there's so much that I haven't internalized
It's a big film.
And I know that doesn't sound like a fun exercise to most of you, but I actually didn't dislike the movie. Whatever.
I will take this high praise. My work has succeeded.
Let's try to be funny. It's Ilea, like the Kool-Aid man crashing through the wall for no reason.
One of three comedic beats in the entire movie.
Yeah. You see McCoy standing behind. He's like, "What's going on?" I don't know what purpose that served, but I do remember that about the movie. So,
just like bread. Co-stars.
Bread.
Believe that feeds Roger. Guess what? Like there are very few parts of this movie that I will carry through with me into my daily life, but I will regularly quote that at Brody and Marie just to make them laugh because of how stupid it is. It's memorable. I will not forget it for as long as I live. I just wish I knew what the point was.
It was a weird scene. It's definitely, you realise it stands out to sort of show Kirk's arrogance. It's a little bit what we see in that bad Strange New Worlds Kirk episode that none of us liked, where it's like Kirk going like, "No, I'm in command, we can do this," and in fact,
that ate its tail, which is extremely similar to the motion picture.
Yeah, but it kind of sort of like it was delivered a bit too quickly. I feel like, or not quickly. It was delivered a bit too.
It's unearned, kind of that whole episode.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So like we were talking about, like Kirk kind of lacks an arc in this movie, and they kind of have to pretend he has one, because in Wrath of Khan, he explicitly doesn't take command from Spock. He's very, very deferential, and it's very obvious if you watch like this in Wrath of Khan that he wants to avoid a Decker situation where it's like it's obvious that he's like cock of the walk, he's arrogant, he steals the rank, and it's unearned. But the problem is, and it's like Wrath of Khan kind of has to pretend that he learns something from that because you don't really see him learn anything in this movie.
No, it kind of there's the start of an arc with him and Decker and things like that, but they just kind of drop it as soon as they kind of get to Vija, and then that's it. Yeah,
he bumbles into success. Like almost nothing that Kirk actually does in the movie really propels things along. Other than him telling Decker, by the way, you kind of got to make nice with the thing that's wearing the skin suit of your dead girlfriend. The rest of it he doesn't really do. Like in terms of interaction, what does he do? Does he wipes off the thing on the plate? He kind of prompts Spock a little bit. It's like anyone else kind of could have done this. And even though Decker, guess what? We were shitting on him relentlessly because Stephen Collins is the monster. But the character as written and presented is a perfectly nice guy who didn't really do anything. He didn't do anything to
I like the character, and like I said when we were watching along, it kind of makes Kirk look like a douche at the beginning.
Yeah. And Decker is right. In every call he does, he saves the Enterprise. But because we're naturally inclined to see Kirk as the hero, we're like, well, who's this douchebag? I don't know him. We're introduced to him in a scene in which he's knocked down in rank so that Kirk can feel important. And right before Kirk then proceeds to murder 2 crewmen. And it's like, there needs to be a moment where he and Decker really actually come to terms. And the closest you get is oh, I hope your nurse made me through this. And then it just gets kind of dropped. And there's a moment where he just starts randomly calling Kirk Jim, and it's so unearned. You don't get to call him that because you haven't formed an actual rapport.
What are you gonna do? Demote me? Well, okay.
Well, give me inspiration, why don't you? There was room for a Kirk arc here, but it just doesn't happen. And McCoy gets butt-fuck nothing. He literally gets brought up to do what? he got reserve activated to do what? He does a scan that Chapel could have done. He doesn't get to treat Chekhov on the bridge. He needles
Ideally,
Spock a little bit.
he's
But
supposed
most
to be.
of Spock's stuff is handled on his own.
He's supposed to be sort of like Kirk's conscience, really. That's the best part of McCoy. He's supposed to be that demon on his, or demon or angel on his shoulder that's constantly sort of berating him and getting him. And it almost happens with one scene in sort of whatever that weird room was where they were standing and with a over large 4K game screen that they had just showing Chekhov's giant face. But yeah, it kind of nearly happens there when he kind of talks to him about sort of his interaction with Decker, but it's not on the same level.
Is that the best explanation, best description of like the motion picture there is? You sit around waiting for something to nearly happen.
Dan, bread.
Yeah, that was an awful lot of bread stars. Is there anything left in the loaf here? I don't know. Yeah, when Spock finally boards when Spock boards the Enterprise, the only moment in the entire movie that we get a real glimpse of how wonderful Nichelle Nichols can be is the moment when Spock enters the bridge, and all she has is just this little gasp. And I'm not even sure if it was scripted. It may have just been just her ad-libbing for the scene, but it was just so precious and heartfelt, and it's the only glimpse we get of, apart from her just, playing telephone operator for the rest of the movie. So
yeah, because like I think of that, and I think of the fact that going back to TOS again, like there's a lot of unspoken respect between like Spock and her. Like he absolutely respects her as a professional, and like will play along with her in musical ways. Like, and absolutely none of that is present. But she's also not allowed to comment on the fact that it's not present. It clearly shocks them all when she comes onto the bridge, and that he's so cold and removed from them. But none of them say anything, and it's like, well, you kind of want them to say something.
There was that one scene somewhere vaguely in the middle. Sorry, I can't pick it out. Kirk comes to the bridge, Sulu gets a line, and then Uhura gets a line, and then Chekhov gets a line, and it's like
you check off the list.
Yeah.
So I know you have your bread yet to come, Idle, but let me ask you guys quick: would this be better if they just like cut out Decker and Ilea, put one of either Sulu or Chekhov in the role? Kirk has to relieve them. Maybe Uhura is the one that is taken over by V'Ger, and then they find her body at the end or whatever to save her. Would that be better than just having these two kind of newcomer one-offs in the role?
I think the romance aspect definitely add, because with Ilea, they to search her memories to find, because this is an exact replica of the original Ilea down to the individual memory patterns, and Decker serves as somewhat use there in trying to unearth these memories in order to form a bond, and
Freudian slip.
Yes, but I think that had to be played. I couldn't imagine that being Scotty and Uhura, for instance, the other romance that could have been.
Roddenberry wouldn't allow it. He was still controlling the strings about whether there could be drama between the crew members, and so they were brought on just like Bailey and some of the other bit part players in the original series were brought in just to throw a little bit of an element of drama so that the rest of the crew could come together around them. So.
Okay, I'll go for my bread. And no, Otto, it's not Chief DeFalco. It is, in fact, the one thing I hadn't noticed until...
a suitable replacement, she was.
No, there's one thing I didn't notice until this film, but it's the little guy in the space dock just cruising around in his little EV suit, just doing all sorts of flips.
He was everywhere.
He was getting chased down by the shuttle, he was riding around, he was doing flips, he was having a great time out there. It's just that just pinged out to me as my bread. Okay, I have a small quiz.
So, I actually want to bring something. So I actually want to push back on a point. And you say that like Decker serves a use in like the connection with Ilea, and that the romance gives him a function. I actually think that making the connection between Decker and Ilea, and therefore between V'Ger and humanity, like kind of romantically coded, actually kind of takes away from the message a little bit. Because, like, as Spock says, it's all about the simple feeling of just touch, of connection. It doesn't have to be romantic. And I feel like the fact that you could very easily just read it as, oh, well, it just needs to, like, to be crashed, to just bang the creator and then it's fine. And it's like, I feel like it kind of would have been more poignant if it was about maybe even just two like crew members who like, it could have been Decker and Light, and just they were just friends, and then it's like there's something about this near-death experience or this actual death experience is what kind of makes them go, well, I didn't get enough time with you when you were alive. You were my best friend. And like a yearning, and I understand like there's a yearning for what could have been, but it's so badly sketched out that it almost doesn't matter. Like the idea of it purely being a platonic connection would have been kind of more interesting and a bit more poignant to me if it was just a case of I lost someone that I mattered to me, but it being romantic almost kind of makes it feel like it's just checking off a box of like, oh, it's Star Trek, got to have like a romantic angle. I feel like it kind of would have been better if that hadn't been there.
I feel like it's a product of like 70s and 80s filmmaking. Is like, yeah, you got to have a romance in there.
Potentially.
Is the plot is the starstruck lovers literally lost to time, and you talk about unfulfilled potential, and then there is an unfulfilled romance there that kind of gets explored a little bit more with Troy and Riker, because that is the direct analog for those characters pretty much.
Yeah.
The first officer and the counselor. But yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. I feel like
well yeah, because like even in Farpoint you get more context for why Riker and Troy broke up than you do for Ilea and Decker. Like he just left. Why?
It's not like they didn't have the screen
literally
time.
Why? Yeah, exactly. It's just like if you are going to make it romantic, elaborate on that fact.
Yeah, too old.
Well, that's ironic you say that, because I will bang the drum forever, push back against the Spurk relationship. I think close friends that have a deep connection, who can love each other platonically, is such a valuable thing. And to reduce it to, they want to bang each other, it's like, no, just let, if they want to do that on screen, fine, then we go with that. But just let it be like a super
season 4's
loving,
coming.
close friendship as it is. So,
Yeah, so I think there would have been strength in letting it be platonic. Yeah. I also want to pick up on something else, which is like, so this is a Phase 2 script that got retrofitted. So, forgive my ignorance, but there are 3 characters here who were clearly meant to be slotted into existing places. You had Ilea, Decker, and Sonak. And I think Sonak was meant to be Zon. Or
yeah, he was meant to be the guy that was on the relay station Epsilon 9. Feeling fine.
Yeah. Glad I went for this tangent just to get that back. Why would you go to the effort of even bringing these characters into the script where they have no place, and then killing all 3 of them off, or at least removing them from play? It's like, is this some kind of obligation to the original writer?
No, I think the...
Oh, we have these... Yeah. It's like, well, just change it, because it sucks as it currently is.
The In Thy Image script, which is the Phase 2 script, got heavily modified once they said it was going to be a film. So then I think there are about 3 or 4 different drafts of different concepts that were going to be put forward. So I believe like the fact that Ilea and Decker would get wiped out, and Sonak as well, that would eventually not actually happen. It would have been something else. You can find the original In Thy Image script actually on some... I might actually have it in a book over there.
Well, yeah, no, I totally believe that. If it was a script, this wouldn't have happened. But it's like, it's not that script. It is this script. It's the movie script. So why do these characters... What purpose does Sonak solve other than to die?
Yeah,
he did kind of... one scene.
Yeah, he was kind of more like that and the wormhole scene were more like points to prove that like the Enterprise isn't quite ready yet, and Jim's being a bit arrogant, sending them out a bit too early. But yeah, you are right. They're both kind of pointless.
That's the problem.
To do.
Well, that's because the Enterprise being like badly operational doesn't even come up when they come to Vija. The Enterprise is suddenly working completely fine when they get there. It's like, well,
Sky's a miracle worker.
So I'll say, because I called out when we watched along, I like that they drag out the Spock reveal, and so he's kind of the placeholder. He dies, and then they throw in, I think, a smart line about I'd like his replacement to be Vulcan too, and that's letting the audience know, okay, Spock is coming, just hang on. It kind of builds the anticipation, and then when he does come aboard, it means a little bit more. Like Dan said, we get Uhura's happy to see him. McCoy already had his welcome scene. Now Spock gets his welcome scene. It's it's kind of the A-team bring everyone aboard thing. So they could have just had him on at the start. I think it's better that they delayed that a little bit to let him have his own moment.
Oh no, I absolutely think that like that's arguably like as close as the movie really gets to an emotional crux. It's just a case of you could have just had them go, well, we don't have a science officer who's rated for this design, a line of dialogue that exists in the movie, and go, well, shit, we need to go. We just Decker, you'll double. Like, you don't need to have this character who is in this role then die. You can just not have the character. He doesn't serve an actual function, really. Like, he doesn't reinforce some other greater theme.
What does he need to do to prove he's human? As Worf said, die.
No, but I thought an even more pointless, egregious scene was the fucking wormhole out of nowhere.
Yes.
Then we blow up a rock and the wormhole's gone and we never mention it again. It's like, what just happened?
Gotta have an excuse to fire those phasers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the only, like, well, apart from the
torpedo.
Wouldn't
work, Dan.
Anyway, fun quiz for you guys, very quickly. Other than the 7 cast members who are in all 6 films, who are the 2 other actors that have been in this film? Auto's disqualified because he's read Memory Alpha. The only actors to appear in both this film, the original series, and this film and the Undiscovered Country. So, other than the first of the main 7 cast members, who are the only 2 actors that appear in this film and the Undiscovered Country?
So it's Rand and Chapel, right?
You got one of them.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think Rand is in Undiscovered Country.
Stars, you even called out one of them during the watch along.
We did.
Did I?
Mark
Leonard.
So yeah, Grace Lee Whitney and Mark Leonard were the only actors that appeared in the Undiscovered Country and this film, but didn't appear in any of the other ones. Okay, gentlemen, how about, and this, I feel like one of this might be quite lopsided, but
the best advice I can give you is to just be yourself.
You're the worst thing that ever happened to Zek. You're the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Actually, that's the second best piece of advice.
In fact, you're the worst thing that ever happened to the entire Ferengi Alliance.
That's 2001.
Needs to do that. Welcome to Best and Worst, the section of the show where we go and try and be partial and unfair and not rag on this film at all. I'm going to go first. It's my film and I can play how the way I want to. My best moment. Also, yes. Thumbs up. My best moment is just, and I've gone first because I want to steal this, is just the pure visual effects. I love the fact this is pre-CG and it looks gorgeous. I love the miniatures. The Klingon ships look amazing. The Enterprise looks gorgeous. The space dock's great. The Vija practical effects, as well as like the matte paintings, the weird lens flare effects they did. Just visually, this film is a treat to watch, and that's another one of the reasons I like watching it, because, and again, like I've said, I fall asleep to this film a lot, and it's easy to do because it's a film you don't have to think about too hard. As we've said, there's not a lot of dialogue. You can put it on and you can switch off and just enjoy the visual journey, and another reason I kind of really like this film, as well as like the human journey and all that. So that's my best. I'm going to defer my worst because I'm going to give you guys, I want to see what you guys come up with before I give you my worst, because I feel like there's quite a range. I'm not exactly going to be spoiled for choice. So Dan, why don't you give me your best worst?
I guess my best moment is probably the little bits of Vulcan lore that we got. You know, being on the planet, being able to see the planet in what eventually is how we're going to remember it, just with the red tint and the especially in the special edition, the Titanic characters holding the Vulcan sword and everything, just really. But even in the original version of the movie, just really an interesting way to set the tone. They did a similar amount of lore building with the Klingons, but not enough. We only got a few minutes at the top of the film with them. But learning more about the Kolinar Purge and seeing how much it really meant to Spock initially, you know, was kind of, you know, I think that added a lot to the lore and something they drew upon deeply. I mean, the entirety of Discovery is tangentially based around Vulcan lore, and so it all kind of starts here. We got bits and pieces in the original series, but a lot of it was just done for show and for a good fight scene here and there. Worst moment, I think. So I criticized this movie for only having like 3 comedic beats in the entire thing. It's we get Chekhov's little thing in the beginning,
absolutely.
And we get the oh yeah moment, and at the very end, Kirk's just that away. You know, that's the last one that we get. So I think my worst moment is one that if they were going to try to combine tones and really give us the wonder, give us the excitement, but also give us a little bit of comic relief. I think that those three beats just didn't do enough. So I'm going to choose all three of them as the worst moments. They were just awkwardly interjected and didn't really do much for the overall feel of the movie.
Man, wait till we watch Insurrection.
I love Insurrection.
I love Insurrection too. Stars, go on.
My best moment is, I'm surprised it hasn't been cited yet already. It's the scene in sickbay with Spock recovering. It's that with a bullet. It's the only part of the movie where I look at it and I am utterly engrossed. Like, that is supreme character drama. That is Star Trek. That is Kirk and Spock. Nimoy and Shatner are both just killing it. It's kind of worth the price of admission alone. Like, if I had to do like a super cut of all the bits that I think are like most essential, if you want to know about it, it's like it'd be that, the wormhole scene for funsies, probably some of the Vulcan bits, and like the climax, maybe a few other bits and pieces. But like, that's the emotional crux of the movie. It's easily the closest it gets to being truly great in my mind. If the entire movie were on that level of philosophical self-reflection on what it truly means to be human, in that it means to connect and to reach out to those who are unlike you and that are like you. Like Dan said, like that's like a massive part of like even Discovery. Like season 2's finale hinges upon like Spock learning that about reaching out to someone who is unlike you. And there's so many ways to do that and to develop that theme. Like, I think this could easily have eclipsed Wrath of Khan if it had just drilled in on that theme and blown out and properly interwoven it into every aspect. As it is, it feels almost kind of orphaned in the rest of the movie.
To reinforce Otto's point, Spock should have bonded with V'ger 6. That would have been that would have been an interesting climax. Anyways, continue.
Sorry. Interesting. No, you were good. Worst moment.
So, while you're thinking, sorry, that best moment, that's kind of the turning point after he has that interaction where he starts to find his humanity a little bit again. Jim, I should have known, and he smiles a little bit. And that kind of starts the arc, and even though they don't follow through, that's kind of like the point.
Yeah, okay, I'm probably just gonna go for like it's meme worthy, and I think it is actually fairly effective in its own right, and it kind of belongs to be in a different movie. The worst moment is the transporter accident because it has no place in this movie. This is a movie that like inadvertently proves McCoy right about the dangers of space and why you shouldn't ever use a fucking transporter. And then they forcibly beam him up in like the very next scene.
Yeah.
It's like, madam, you are still cleaning up the guts and bits and pieces of the thing that died there like 5 minutes ago. I am not getting on that thing.
It's like a plane has just crashed, but it'll be fine. We'll just put the engines on another plane. We'll just send it back up again. You'll be fine.
I don't remember transporter beams being this stinky.
That's what Barkley was seeing in.
Do you think they just stepped on the same pad the other end? They just sort of like, someone, there's a squeegee just wiping off as McCoy's getting on.
Yeah, it's like that bit at the beginning of Discovery Season 3 with Gene, where he's like that little intern who's like cleaning up all the biohazard bits from Leland. Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. It has no place being in this movie. This is not a movie about the dangers of space travel. This is like a movie about the majesty of the human experience and the beauty of the unknown. It should not be punctuated at like the 45-minute mark by two people being fused together and dying in a horrible sci-fi accident. It doesn't fit at all. And I think it's in a better movie, sure. If you really want to up the stakes and establish that anyone can die, cool. But not in this movie. It just doesn't fit, not one bit.
Well, I think the timing was on purpose. He relieves Decker. Decker tells him, "You're not rated. You don't have the experience with this Enterprise that I do." So next scene, transport accident happens on Kirk's watch. And then the scene after he gets lost in the fucking hallway. So it's emphasizing the Deckler was right in that case, that maybe he shouldn't be in command, but then they don't follow through in any capacity.
That's the problem.
Then he's just the captain again, and everything goes fine.
And they repeat it
So
with
it's
the
like,
that makes as well.
Yeah.
They want to show that he's not prepared, but then there's no consequence to that. So
yeah, so they essentially died in a senseless act of cruelty by the writers for nothing. Like, if it had come to something, sure, but they have that moment. Do we have any casualty reports to Starfleet? Oh, 2. Decker and Ilea, the report was missing. What about the 2 people who died on the other end of that transport pod?
Technically, they got beamed back to the space station. So that's they can handle that.
Oh, it's a liability issue. I understand. The Enterprise's insurance remains perfectly intact.
Wow. Go Auto.
All right. My worst. I actually didn't mind the pacing, and I didn't mind them floating through and looking at all the stuff. But I will say, the fact that it's also symmetric on the axis, everything is 6 points. It felt like I was floating through a kaleidoscope the entire time. Give me a little bit of difference. They could have, all right, so the little torpedo that they fire that fizzles everything blue and then disappears it. All right, if they're assimilating it, if they're gaining knowledge, as we're floating through the belly of V'ger, show me the Klingon derelict ship.
Oh, yeah.
Show me the giant.
Yeah. They kind of did that with Spock when he went through. They showed you like the planets, then the Armagosa space. No, Armagosa. That's a different show. The Epsilon 9 one, and they didn't show the Klingon one, but the implication was that this was the big storage vat for all this stuff.
But I mean, if you're looking for stuff, if you're looking for dialogue for your main characters to talk about, that's it, because we watched it happen just ahead of time. So
yeah,
a little more differentiation would have helped break the monotony, I think. Best moment: McCoy beams aboard. He's got a head full of steam. Bones, there's a thing out there. Why is any object we don't understand called a thing headed this way? He doesn't break his sentence. I need you. Damn it, Bones, I need you badly. He doesn't belabor the point. He gets right to it, and Bones immediately acquiesces, permission to come aboard. And, if you hadn't seen the 100 or 90 episodes of TOS, you would get the point. But if you have seen all those, you get a bigger point. Mm-hmm. And then the scene carries more weight. And that, I think, is what people were waiting a decade. That's what they wrote in their fan campaign to see more of. And we had a few precious moments of it. Would have liked a little bit more.
Okay, I'll do my worst moment now. And I'm surprised you guys didn't pick up on it. It's the fucking uniforms. If you'd have had this film with the Wrath of Khan uniforms, you guys probably would have had I reckon there'd have been a bit more of a favourable opinion about it. But no, the uniforms definitely do a lot of heavy lifting to
We're not quite that superficial, but we're close.
No, I realise that. No,
I remember more bell bottoms. I thought there were more bell bottoms in this movie. I guess
I don't think we saw a lot of feet. But no,
there's more in the Monster Maroons, I think. Actually,
there's Kirk's uniform when he first steps off the shuttle, the Admiral's uniform. But as soon as he changes out of that, it's downhill. It's like a random beige with a weird who was it commented first and said, "Oh, I wonder what's in the little belt buckle pouch." Is it a bit of chapstick and a mint and a bit of hair gel? Just everything for the modern working Starfleet officer on the move. So yeah, definitely the uniforms. Okay, let's not belabor the point anymore. I think, gentlemen, I'll need to see your rating code.
I can show you my rating code.
Schiller rating 3.5. Associational rating norm -3.
That's much too low a rating.
I was not accustomed to seeing an unsatisfactory rating on a member of my crew.
Gentlemen, how many Epsilon 9s you'll feel fine out of...
Nice.
Sorry, I've got to type this as I say it. You'll feel fine. Out of 10.
Not irregular ones.
I really love the regular ones.
Oh, irregular ones.
Really
that's awesome. Epsilon 9s you feel... Okay, no, irregular ones it is.
No, it's your movie.
No, I like irregular ones. I like irregular ones more. It's irregular ones, definitely. I like that better. So, gentlemen, how many irregular ones out of 10 will you give this? Let's start with the Auto. I'm intrigued.
Oh, fuck.
Stars hasn't had a chance to go first. We can throw it to
Oh,
Stars.
actually, good point. Actually, we'll do it. We'll butcher order. Stars, you go first.
My pre-rating was 5.5, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that the no, I got. like, guess what? It's not like freaking Code of Honor where I gave it negative numbers because I feel like it actively damaged the franchise. So I think that the director's cut has absolutely improved my impression of the movie. So I'm actually going to upgrade from a 5.5 to a 6 irregular ones out of 10. It's still never going to be my go-to watch movie. It's just not what I look for in a Star Trek. That being said, I think that, yeah, like, a lot of the trimming has helped, and I think that it doesn't do enough offensive me for me to dislike it. And I think that I can absolutely respect its historic and like cultural value, especially in like the terms of the Star Trek sphere. It's just not my vibe. Maybe if I was more of a TOS head, if I was more of a tosser, I would maybe like vibe more with it. Yeah, exactly. I'd vibe more with it. But as it is, it's like I come down firmly in the Wrath of Khan is what actually saved the franchise. Like if you'd gone further down this route, I feel like you would have like been spiraling into irrelevancy, especially as like time progressed. It just wasn't what people were looking for, and there are too many missteps in here. But yeah, I think it's a perfectly cromulent movie. I think the director's cut does improve it, so I will give it 6 irregular ones out of 10.
6 irregular ones. Okay, Auto.
I'm going to give this 5 irregular ones out of 10. I think the best quality of it is that I want to see it again to try to foment certain ideas. Spock cried, and I thought, I don't think Spock would cry there. And then I thought, why is Spock crying here? Maybe I should kind of want to pause and break down what's driving him to... Nothing offended me. In the movie itself, nothing offended me.
Yes.
Less said about the actor, the better.
See, I'm still... can't even crystallize my thoughts.
You're percolating.
Still
but there were a handful of instances where I'm like, why don't they just do this instead? Like things that would seemingly be obvious to sci-fi veterans. Like, well, there weren't a lot of that's dumbs, but more like, why don't they just do that instead? So, the pacing was on the slow side, but you know what? I enjoyed that. After, especially, we did our Stranger World Season 3 review. When you go from character drama to character drama to character drama to character cut to cut to cut to cut, this let it breathe, arguably too much, but I needed that after watching a lot of modern sci-fi. Yeah, so it's not that I want to cut things out, it's that I want to add more things alongside it to accentuate, to explain certain things. And it was certainly a visual feast. I enjoyed looking at it. Except for the symmetry, that's a me thing. So I'm gonna go 5. Plenty of room for improvement, but it's not something I think I'd ever skip. I think it works well in the one slot of the movies.
Not a fan of the symmetry, but pick the most symmetrical grade.
Go on, Dad.
I'm saying the perfect number.
My turn?
Go for it.
All right. I was afraid of this movie. Just outright, just terrified to sit through over 2 hours of just meandering. It was really pleasant listening to all of your input, being able to experience it with you. I got a lot more out of this movie than I expected. I noticed a lot more than I think I would have just on my own. So the shared experience, and this pulls back to the shared experience of seeing things in a theater. It's a big difference seeing a motion picture in a theater when you're surrounded by maybe a friend you brought, a date you brought, a whole family of Star Trek people, versus just the solitary experience of watching it alone in your home. And this movie can deliver on both fronts, because I think, Otto, your idea of having a rewatch of this film, maybe on your own with all the lights turned down, it would be a completely different vibe. Just experiencing it in that way, and that's fascinating to me. And I'm excited to rewatch also, just in exactly that way, to see how it drives me. I want to have my heart pulled in the direction of the movie on that rewatch. So I agree with Idle that there is a lot more to this film than meets the eye, and people criticize it unfairly based on the current state of Trek, but This is quite literally with V'ger building a bridge to the Enterprise. This is a bridge from old sci-fi to new sci-fi, and there are elements that work on both fronts. And they really did make a transitional film that still is watchable and creates an experience. It's a vibe. So I'm gonna have to sign off here. This is fine Epsilon 9 signing off for the evening. Turning it over to you. Irregular 1 for your dulcet tones and your rating. Irregular 1 will rate this 7.8 out of 10 irregular 1s.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Okay, I mean, you guys all know, and anyone regular watching knows how I feel about this film. I've spoken about it a few times. Like, I love this era of science fiction films. We've talked about Alien, we've talked about Close Encounters, we've talked about Star Wars, we've talked about 2001: Space Odyssey. Hard science fiction is something that's I love reading like Asimovian novels. I love things that are a little bit more dry in science fiction. I love Battlestar Galactica. Some things that are a bit more hard sci-fi. And I know this does equate more into the fantastical, but combine that with the use of like miniatures, the use of like practical effects. There's not just a CG. It looks better than a lot of CG productions because it's not just a complete visual feast for the eyes. It's very deliberately gone, we're going to focus on like the Enterprise and the shots here. We're going to focus on V'ger's like meandering strange shapes as the Enterprise flies over it. It does what Star Trek should do to me, and that is explore the unknown. It does things that, TNG aside is a different beast entirely. We love TNG for different reasons. So, and DS9, but if I think about something like Voyager, or I think about anything like Discovery or Strange New Worlds, they don't do this on that level. They don't go to something unknown and just be awed at the wonder of it. They don't sort of go to something, come out the other side and really go, we don't know what just happened, but it was great, and we can kind of begin to sort of form an opinion or an understanding of it because it transcends the human journey. Something along those lines. It felt like it was Star Trek pushing that original kind of one of Gene Roddenberry's better qualities of doing something about pushing the human adventure, the unknown, looking into sort of that kind of adventure, and I love it for that. It has its flaws. Absolutely does have its flaws. Uniforms are terrible. The pacing is not great. There are a lot of legitimate complaints. There are definitely a lot of complaints that just seem to just jump on the bandwagon and go, oh, the slow motion picture, blah, blah, blah. Or just like, oh, it's one of the odd numbered films, so it must be terrible, and it's not. But there are some legitimate concerns about the movie, and some new complaints that we've come up today, like watching it with you guys, I didn't really realise that the McCoy was as useless as he was in this film, or like some of the the arc pacings. Like I never realised that he wandered in and out of the bridge like 3 times looking for something to do. But I can't, I will never, like you say, I will always put the lights down to watch this film. It's a theatre experience, or it's something that you can try and replicate as close as you can. I like watching a film with the lights down and pretending I'm at the theatre. I want to watch something with the sound turned way up and then I'm really in the film. With this film, when you watch it, you can experience it in a way that you are there in the film. You are there exploring V'ger. You are there exploring the wonders of the unknown with the crew of the Enterprise. You are with them on this journey. And I really love that. And for all its complaints, I can't help but kind of love how unique it is as well in like the tapestry of all of the Star Trek shows. It does something different. And we should all learn from people that take risks and do things different, even if it doesn't work. This worked. It made money. Some people liked it. A lot of people didn't. That's not a problem. But it took a risk, and it did pay off, and it paved a way for Star Trek to be something else, and that worked slightly better, and that's fine. I think we should applaud things that are unique and different in their own different ways, just like me. I'm going to give this, for all its flaws, I'm going to give this an 8 irregular ones out of 10. I'm not going to give it 10 out of 10 because it's not a 10 out of 10 film, but I do love it. It's a personal favourite of mine, but I can appreciate the flaws for what they are.
It does feel very much like something we might see in season 4 of Strange New Worlds, where they want to try a little bit of everything. If they go with like 10 lines of dialogue for the whole episode and just float through a mass, I would not be surprised if they tried that.
Okay. Well, at the end of that epic review of our first Star Trek film, we didn't watch Section 31. That never happened because Stars needs to watch it with us. 6.7 irregular ones out of 10. Should we just see what we rated lower than that? You know what? It scores the same as... it scores better than Caretaker. It scores better than Encounter at Farpoint for us. Let's have a look. Better than Q-less. But
it actually got a better rating than its IMDb.
Yeah, 6.4 on IMDb.
Yeah.
But it was
so
beaten
hard
by
to compare, though.
Yeah, it was beaten by things like Blink of an Eye, A Broken Bow. We rated better than this, which I'm not sure I agree with that. Where No One Has Gone Before as well. So it kind of sits perfectly in the middle, kind of just random in that, nearly at the dreaded 7. Average 7, middle of the pack rating wise. How that works, I don't know.
Almost a bridge, you would say, between the best and the worst.
Indeed, a best of both worlds. I don't know if we've agreed what we're doing next. Have we come to a conclusion? I think we were talking about doing Wrath of Khan, but I don't know if we'd said anything.
I want Shy on for that.
Yeah, we want Shy
so
for that
if we have to find something else instead, I'm happy to pick a second round draft or cede it to someone else. We'll get to it. Awesome. But I want Shy for that. So,
any final words, Jed?
Nonetheless, you can expect a handpicked, high-drafted pick for your next Trek Time experience.
Indeed.
True.
All right.
I demand.
Thank you, gentlemen. This has been great. Go on. Otto, you've been on the edge of saying something for like 5 minutes.
He's edging.
Just the ideas just flow through my brain. You know, there's nothing more attractive in a relationship when your partner is really passionate about something. Could be something minutia or something important to them, or just, so. Not that I'm saying this makes you more attractive to me. What I'm saying is, I'm predisposed to like these selections more because they mean more to
It's
you
definitely
guys,
good to hear sort of stuff. I'm interested to find an episode that I don't like that I'd like to hear someone passionate about. Like, that would be interesting to me. So if someone out there does love Code of Honor, what's wrong with you? Anyway, we will see you soon. Keep an eye on our Discord and our YouTube schedule for all the following. So we will see you later. Live long, prosper, and ta-ra.
What about you, Hooker?
Well, I was thinking about Tahiti. What'd you have in mind?
I was thinking about dinner at my place about 8 o'clock. Why don't you make it 7? You can help me find a place to kill some new plants.
Hey, wait a minute. How do I know you can cook?
Hooker, trust me.
Trust me? Now, where have I heard that before? Oh, come on.